with Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, preparing in his head all the things he's wanted to be said. 90 minutes for Phil to fill with so much time to kill, he promised Char that all he does instead is beg and shill. The stream's online and straight away begins to wane, but all is fine as long as Char's benign and doesn't step out of line. His content's sound mature for all to enjoy, like fresh when you're, but I feel sure he ran should have feel so insecure. The money earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. His support is also slow and stays so low and fails to grow. You never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. We're sick of across the board, we charge the war because the score can't be ignored. Just how much DSP makes us all feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch it treat, we play bingo while Phil will bitch on why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across our screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals our soul machineers. Norton, Burpin, leaning, ban, it matters not if Andrew fanners chatters can't see if others make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink as fast as like before launching into a bike, pretending there for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of Clawless Cat and fatty wife and all his strife while forgetting that tits done well and they were right. With drama he will react, but as an actor it's a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. Pre-stream's nearly over and a win is in sight, with little white despite Phil's delight that tits were not light. We'll say alright, it is okay, and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tits will help from being off the other day, and with those words we win again. It's never if but always when the game is won, and thanks to that we made it to the very end. Didn't mean for that to play automatically. I do apologise for the random jump scare. Guys, King Jad here. Welcome to DSP Bingo for what is today, Tuesday, the 12th of August 2025. I do apologise, by the way, for that. Yeah, at the request of... So Roadside Phil had set me all these things before, the 7 sins and all that jazz. And I didn't add them until today. I think MRC Midnight was saying you should add them to the streams. Oh, fuck it, why not? So I got them all there anyway. So yeah, I have it all saved in a folder in my stream deck where if Phil does something for the 7 sins or whatever, whether it's a greed or sin or whatever, you know, or lust or whatever, I do have it in standby. I can use it. Although I shouldn't have played automatically though. I think I need to like change that. I need to not play automatically on it when it loads. I think I just need, you know, go to the properties and just, you know, select it so it doesn't just automatically fucking play when you... Yeah, hold on, I need that for all of them, because right now all of them are set to restart playback when source becomes active. So yeah, anytime I have a change of source it might go active, you know, so I'm changing that right now so that won't happen again for fucking all of them. But yeah, I do have... so obviously Rebsy made those originally. Broadside Phil uses them in the stream all the time, and they are for anyone to use, so I've got them now as well if we need to use them or feel like using them. So there we go. I'm just making sure I untick restart playback. Oh hell, that was about a jump scare from me as soon as that. And I assume the audio levels as well are fine. Like I set up differently compared to how I usually have these things set up. Usually I do it a different kind of way, but I just fucking done it this way. So I assume like people can see that, you know, hold on, for example, here's Raph. And I assume people can hear that okay and as well. Like if it's too loud, by the way, I can lower it as well. You know, so yeah, if you let me, you can let me know if it's too loud or whatever, and I can change the volume levels or whatever. But yeah, it's certainly a good way to wake people up and give a jump scare as well. Just play nose at the fucking blue. So there we go. But guys, I hope you're doing well, and I hope you're a bit on the outside. Yeah, I mean that might not just be you, by the way, because obviously I didn't actually adjust the volume levels for all these. So yeah, I might lower the volume. I don't know. We'll play. It's a bit loud, to be fair. So I might adjust the volume levels on the fly as we go through. Whatever. It's like default volume, which is just like 0, which means it's. If it's default loud, it's going. Actually, I can see those. Hold on, let me try one more here just to kind of check the volume levels in OBS. It's a bit loud. It's creeping into the red slightly. And yeah, David Anson's asking, is that the sound from that? No, Frog. Yeah. But remember, Rebsy made these originally. Rebsy made like all 7 of these and shared them out for people to enjoy. And Broadside Phil set minimal individually. Before, very kind of indeed, so I just added them all to the stream deck. So anytime Phil displays, you know, envy or gluttony or greed or lust or whatever, wrath, we can just press that if we choose to do so, and we can get going. But guys, let's focus on bingo today. We've got a lot to get through today. Okay, first of all, I got a set in a clip here from Dragonism. Dragonism was saying, remember how his wife's food was bad on Sunday stream, King Jad? Apparently, his wife became an amazing chef overnight.
And when the food showed up already...
So this is what he said on Sunday, and I think then It's both clips combined, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure seen the whole thing, but I'm pretty sure Phil retconned Cat being bad at cooking.
My stomach wasn't feeling that good, and I said to everyone, I'm not feeling, like, I'm already feeling, like, pretty, not necessarily full-on drunk. I wasn't full-on drunk, but man, you could tell when you're just not yourself because I was so much liquor in me. And I was like, I don't think we should do DSP Tries It. Let's just have a meal together. And then I started to eat it, and quite honestly, it wasn't good. Like, I ordered this jambalaya, and it tasted worse than what my wife makes when she makes homemade gumbo. I'm serious. It actually, her gumbo tasted better. I'm like, oh. And how was the shrimp lo mein for dinner? And my wife liked it more than me. She kind of liked it. I thought it was kind of bland, honestly. And there was like itsy bitsy tiny shrimps, like not even good shrimps in it.
That sounds also quite derogatory towards your wife's culinary abilities, Phil.
It's just funny, like, things we've been eating recently aren't even as good as the home-cooked meals that my wife makes me. Like, I'm serious. But with that stupid jambalaya I had on Friday was inferior to my wife's home-cooked gumbo. And
yeah, you said it was even worse. The jambalaya you got was even worse than Kat's cooking. You said that. We were all there to see that.
She's not a professional cook. She's just a home cook. And then this lo mein we buy is supposed to be, you know, like Trader Joe's good lo mein, and that wasn't good either. It was just kind of meh. So my wife's home cooking is better than the food we buy now. It's pretty crazy. I mean, I'm lucky that my wife is such a good cook that we get good food all the time. But, you know, like a day like today, she just worked, and she wasn't going to come home and make a crazy home-cooked meal today. So we were stuck making something fast, and it just wasn't very good. I guess I phrased it badly because...
No shit, you phrased it badly. Like, you said something was this bad, and then when you used a comparison to saying that even this is better than that, you used your wife's cooking. So of course it's going to come across in a very negative, derogatory fashion.
What I'm trying to say is, okay, so for those who don't know what the hell I'm talking about, on Friday, I was doing a marathon stream and I ordered some food. Who fucking cares? I ordered jambalaya from a local restaurant, which is rice with shrimp, sausage, chicken, there might have been something else, and then a bunch of peppers, veggies, and like a sauce, like a roux, okay? I got it, I started eating, I'm like, this isn't as good as what my wife makes me for dinner. Like, my wife makes me gumbo, homemade gumbo that has big-ass shrimp. Go straight. Okay? And chicken sausage, and she makes the roux, and chops up and does everything with peppers and all kinds of ingredients, and we have it over rice. And her gumbo is way better than what I got from the restaurant. And that's the point I was trying to make, but I guess the way that I'm saying it is making people think like I'm insulting her cooking. No, what I'm saying is her cooking's really good, but if I'm buying something that's from an expensive restaurant, it should be better than home cooking, and it's not, which is ridiculous, right? That's the point I'm trying to make. Like, why the hell did I even order this if I could have just asked my wife to make me dinner?
If that's the case, then why doesn't your wife replace all the fancy restaurants for DSP Tries It?
So I hope that makes sense. I guess I didn't say it properly during the event, and now, of course, all the idiots jump on my throat because they're all fucking obsessed retards who have to try to turn everything I say into something toxic when it's not. Trust me, my wife is not insulted by what I say. I told her the same thing when I went downstairs. I had it in my hand. I said,
you say.
Your gumbo is way better than this. Like, I don't know why I paid money for this. Your food is better. And she was happy about that, to know that she's a good cook.
Who fucking cares?
Okay.
Like, can you imagine Phil storming into like the fucking living room before Kat finds out that Phil fucking flew under the bus again? Like, Phil, there's no denying Phil phrased it in an extremely derogatory way. Like, he's saying this thing he got was super bad, it was super shit. And he says, even this thing is better than this thing I'm currently eating. And it just makes it sound like the thing that he's saying is better. It doesn't make it sound great. But apparently pointing out is like, you know, obsessive loser behaviour for some fucking reason. I don't know. Anyway, the newest account designed to feed DSP cult questions is back today. DSP gives his usual cult speak surrounding support, and detractors, and Jasper comes out. By the way, full disclosure, Phil's night stream was ridiculous when it came to Phil talking about, you know, casino and detractors and all that shit, but we have a compilation standby. We have 2 Snort Vanilla compilations ready to go to look back on and enjoy, but mostly before then, got some more things, some more tweets to go through. So this clip here I've not seen this one yet, of course, myself, but here, let's have this. So part one is a specific account in chat, which is designed essentially to kind of lead Phil into some sort of, you know, rant against the detractors.
Ale is wrinkly. Trolls are getting excited about a slow stream like you didn't just make their monthly welfare checks in one day. What a bunch of broke bums.
So like these kind of questions are often designed to try and put Phil on his little pedestal and think he's superior to most other human beings because he is, you know, he begs every day and gets given money. So Phil gets to fucking grandstand and just say, hey, look at me, I'm super successful, guys.
Listen, for me, it's about consistency. It's about doing streams that are entertaining enough that people want to support them. That's the point. If I was to play a game that no one wants to see, I can do it in my own time and off stream. I want to basically do stuff that's entertaining to an audience to the point where they're supporting, right? It is weird because some streams that I do out of nowhere get insane amounts of support, and then other days the same thing, the same game, the same kind of stream will not get a lot of support. So it goes up and down, right? But in general, I want to have consistency. That's how I know how well I'm doing, you know, how I support my family. You know, you need that level of consistency, and I do get it. For the record, I do. Just had an amazing marathon back on Friday, which is very much appreciated, followed by some good and bad streams. I had a good stream yesterday, then a bad stream yesterday. Now we got a slow stream now. There's nothing you can really do except say, hey, hopefully you guys are enjoying and you will support. But it's hilarious because, yes, the trolls actually sit there celebrating every single time that I have a stream that's considered slow. Or
Well, it's funny, that's why. We get meltdowns like this. This is why it's funny to fucking point and laugh, because you fucking just sit there and degrade, you know, you humiliate yourself on a daily basis. If the goal's not hit, you fucking put your hands together and beg for a fucking wheel to turn up just so you can get given money, just so you can just spend it all that very fucking night. It is amusing to us to see you fucking suffer. Because that's fucking, you actually fucking come across as fucking desperate to get an extra $20 fucking dollars to a goal or something. It fucking comes across as, you know, comical to most observers. Of course, you know, well, most people fucking question, like, why is Phil super duper desperate for more money than usual these days? At the end of the fucking day, it's just amusing to watch a desperate fucking individual beg strangers on the internet every single day for astronomical amounts of money twice a fucking day, every single fucking day practically. Well, 6 days a week anyway. And like he's like he's set, like he apart. So that's what I'm saying. Like he's his own worst enemy because he's fucking forced this on his audience now. If they fail one time, then it's their fault because they weren't willing to give him $150 for that particular stream. And Phil has to fucking think of a way. So the game will get fucking thrown out the window because they haven't got money to give him, because they haven't given too much money in the previous stream. That game goes out the window. That game gets put on hiatus or whatever. You know what I mean? The fans end up suffering more than anything else because not only are they fucking financially down on supporting Phil, but the game they like seeing them play also gets fucking thrown by the wayside because there wasn't enough money.
They don't hit the goal. They celebrate. I want you to think about that. They celebrate. They actually think this is cause for celebration. Not that something good has happened to them in their life, but that something they see as a bad thing has happened to me.
Well, it's funny, that's why. Look, Phil, you could be given like $5 or $5,000. The very next day, you'll be back on stream asking for money again, asking for support, asking to maintain momentum, you know? It never matters how little or how much money you get given. Watching you scramble desperately and pathetically though to try and get some money from your fucking dented army of, you know, fucking mouth doors, whatever, you know, it's always hilarious to fucking see the desperation's level rise within you, just to fucking see how desperate the fucking things that come out your fucking mouth when the mask slips off, when you're fucking demanding. It's unacceptable for you. You won't accept a stream that only makes $27. You won't accept gameplay. You won't accept doing a stream for 3 hours where you're only given like $50 for all your time spent doing that stream. These sort of fucking things you come up with when you're fucking desperate for money to be given to you by strangers on the internet is amusing. And also, who knows what the fucking source of your desperation is, of course, but it's still fucking funny to point and laugh at.
I want you to think about how twisted, unhinged, broken that kind of thinking is. It is mental illness. It's not, oh, that's a normal thing. That's actual, like, twisted, snapped psyche shit. And that's how they are. Jasper, you finally came out of that closet, huh?
He's gay! Oh my god. When Jasper comes, I can understand the context of that thing. But, like, Phil has to, like, so Phil essentially fucking, like, it's not about fucking supporting him. He tries to spin it in a way, so he tries to spin supporting him in a way where it's like getting one over on us. Like, this is why he fucking mentions detractors and trolls every single fucking day, because he uses us as the fucking boogeyman for his audience to fucking be afraid of and fight back against, you know? It turns it into an us versus them scenario. All of Phil's fans are on his side for fighting his battle, and by giving Phil Burnell money, they get to beat the trolls. They fucking defeat the trolls. You know, Tevin's in a corner crying because Phil hit a goal, while evil AJ is crying into some is crying downstairs because Phil Burnell hit a goal. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's how Phil portrays this. You know what I mean? He's trying to fucking turn it into some sort of fucking David versus Goliath situation where we're a fucking mighty army of fucking mentally ill detractors who fucking just love to fucking see Phil suffer and see his fans suffer and all that shit. We're just fucking laughing at some idiot begging for money at the end of the fucking day, but Phil turns into some sort of fucking big massive thing where he tries to get his fucking demented army of dentheads on his side to make sure they fucking give him every single penny they've got to benefit him. At the end of the fucking day, his fans are suffering more than anyone else. And I, for one, say let them suffer. They fucking deserve it these days.
All of a sudden, out of the blue, PPP drops in the middle of the night a DM saying that about going down to Hogan's Bar in Florida and all of that. And this is just weird. It's not even like saying, hey, do you think maybe we could at some point meet in real life and hang out and do something? This is like flying. He's gonna pay for a flight, expensive, hotel, expensive, to go out and hang out and drink at Hogan's Bar, right? Now again, I have to preface this. He didn't say, hey, I want to fly you and your family out for a paid vacation and we'll spend some time together to meet during it. He said, I want to fly you out to Hogan's Bar so we can hang out and drink together. That's weird. Sorry. That's completely weird, especially because I had already told him my life situation, that, you know, stuff was going personally with me and my wife and stuff, and I wanted to spend more time with her, and I didn't get to spend enough time with her. So what made him think that I was going to all of a sudden say, yeah, sure, let's just cancel any kind of stuff that I have going on with my own life and my family here to go fly to Hogan's Bar and spend time with you?
So yeah, that was taken from the night stream. Spending time with other men is weird, according to Phil. And DSP actually admits everything he said about Kat was true, after saying that everything in DMs was made up during the Level 666 podcast. That's not for the be, of course. I mean, it's hard to say. So when Phil leaked those DMs, and those DMs had some bizarre fucking things in them, you know what I mean? There's some bizarre sort of revelations from Phil. You know, they kind of fucking opened the curtain from behind the scenes and the sort of things that fucking Phil said to other human beings, and it was kind of strange to see some of the things that came out there. Like Cat and a fucking constant health scares or whatever. Like, so, like, that's what I'm saying, like, how much of it was real? How much of it was Phil fucking lying through his fucking teeth? At the end of the fucking day, it's hard to fucking estimate, you know? Like, Phil's trying to fucking maintain his bizarre narrative that he was snaking the Kino guys the whole entire time, so every single fucking time Phil made up some sort of sob story, that sob story was apparently fiction. It was apparently fabricated. It apparently wasn't real. Things like the fucking dead bunny and Cat's fucking health scare, cancer scare or some pish, you know? All this crap, and parents not doing well, whatever, having to fly out to Connecticut to see them or something. Like, apparently all those stories that he told the Kino Casino were fabricated stories in order to try and get more money out of them. You know, that's a what a fucking morally, you know, sound human being. Also, last clip, your short little clip, 20 seconds long, but so much for caring about his viewers, it's all a joke.
Chinese Food MSG Real says, I'm afraid of getting doxxed if I donate. Don't worry about that. No one cares about you. If you donate, no one's going to even look into it or try to stalk you. No one cares about some guy's named Chinese Food MSG. Ridiculous. You could literally gift 500 subs right now. No one would give a crap. No one would follow you or figure it out.
Jesus Christ, man. Holy crap. It's almost like trying to dare him, you know what I mean? No one cares. Give me all your money, nobody will care. For sake. It's Jesus Christ. Anyway, no occasion. Yeah, in an otter place last week I went to Edinburgh because this is in the back of a bus in Edinburgh. The otter bus, utterly awesome. So he wants to go to Edinburgh, and not just go, you know, I need to find this specific, you know, obviously there's more than 126 bus, for example, that goes through Edinburgh, so I need to find this actual bus, you know what I mean, and get I can get that fucking bus, so there we go. I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll fucking get that eventually. Anyway, well, wait, oh, Phil's awake. Hooray, Phil's fucking awake. Isn't that grand? You know, the bad man gets to live another day. What's he saying in chat? Is he saying anything interesting in his chat? When did I get here? Jalen says you're here because you're obsessed with me, angry because I support Phil, so make up lies to justify your behaviour. Touch grass, kid. Oh, I guess Phil banned somebody, you know, Phil banned... I don't know. Yeah, I think he banned this person here, I don't know. Jamari, Gloak, I don't know, but Phil banned somebody. Now I must stream too, lol. And that's it, and then said good morning all, and barely anyone fucking replies. Fucking hell, what the fuck's this shit, man? His stream chat is so hard to keep up with. As you can see, it goes a million miles a minute. As has been like fucking 4 or 5 messages in the span of 10 minutes. there's not a whole lot there, is there? Jesus Christ. But Phil was awake. I do have to apologise for that. Some people always fucking... We're always wondering if Phil's going to fucking not wake up one time. But today's a day where he's awake today. So commiserations to those that are hoping that wouldn't happen. Anyway. We have 2 Snort Banal compilations coming up. The first one from the day stream, and the second one from the night stream. And the night stream was kind of mental, apparently. Anyway, day stream, it's just Phil admitting he wants to humiliate Lord to your God while getting money and the clout, and also he failed to hit the stream goal. Death Stranding 2 only got $73 for him, so yeah, another failed goal. Phil was not very happy, as you can probably imagine.
Based in Red Pill to know that's never going to happen because... we haven't talked about this in days, which I'm glad because it finally calmed down. So here's the deal, all right?
Okay, you know what? I don't know if I want to fucking endure this again. To be honest, you know, I mean, I mean, we've seen it yesterday. Anyway, I've fucking seen it in the fucking podcast. Fuck, I feel like I fucking should just go to the, just fucking go to the gameplay section or whatever. You know?
A decade ago, and he beat you.
Yeah, we've seen this already. We've fucking seen that shit already. So how do you fucking skip to the part where he's fucking begging for, you know, money and gameplay? Oh, so like I was saying, DSP is late according to James by DSP's schedule. He's late? Well, he turned up a bit late, I guess, you know what I mean? But he's still on the stream right now. And the stream, well, his stream itself isn't live. Unless Raw Phil has to refresh on his own end. You know, Raw Phil might have to refresh Phil's stream on his end to get the show here. But Phil's stream doesn't get his actually live yet unless Raw Phil just needs to, you know, refresh at his end. But anyway, fuck it. Let's watch Phil begging for Death Stranding 2, and then let's watch the night stream antics.
All the time. Things are incredibly tight, and I'm hoping I have enough money for my day off this week.
I'll try heavy machine gun first. If I get him stunned, that's when I want to try to pull out the rockets and see if it works. Oh, crud. Are the blood bags working? I can't tell.
Are you okay, Sam? Leave him alone.
I'm trying to dodge, it's not working. Isn't it circle?
You hear me?
Oh.
Wake up.
I already died. Oh, wait a minute. Was it not circle? Was it X? Because I was pressing circle. Pretend I won. There you go. I guess I was pressing the wrong button. Because I haven't done combat in a while, but I needed to dodge. I was pressing circle, but I think it's X. Oh, what?
There's nothing left of your cargo, Sam. This order's a failure.
I want you to think about that. I barely did anything, and I lost all the cargo. At least there was a checkpoint here. But I barely touched down, and it says my cargo's gone. That's fucking stupid.
Any moment, I can pick up a controller, and I can play any game at professional level.
I don't know what's going on with Kick Chat. It seems like you guys are completely silent. Has Kick Chat crashed again, and now is it not working? I wouldn't be shocked. Yeah, Kick viewership has completely tanked, and Kick Chat is like empty. What is going on? Wow, I don't know. Well, I'm sorry guys, I don't know what's going on Kick. I hope it works. If it doesn't, I can't make it work. It seems like Kick is just having problems like every other day now.
I know that YouTube is a sinking ship. There's no way I could get DSP Gaming to grow. It's done.
If you're here on the stream, Chat is, like, really quiet. I guess you guys have fallen asleep with this game. It sucks, because previous streams we've had a lot of fun talking, but you guys are not even talking to me today. I don't know why. Alright? When I come back from break, hopefully you guys will start chatting and we can at least have some interaction when I'm doing this. Like I said, this game is boring just doing it by itself, but hanging out with you guys makes it more fun. Right now, I feel like I'm doing it by myself. No one's talking, you know? And, obviously, we're at 31 bucks to support and have been since the beginning of the stream. This is not good. Another stream where, because I'm sorry, the game's so long, I don't know what to tell you. Please support the stream.
Oh my god, he's drinking wheelchair donations. If I end the stream at 40 bucks, that's a problem. So can we please get some support today? Let's get a tip, out of which we have like $2, a super chat, a sub, anything. Right now, it's insanely slow. Please, let's get some support for the stream. Okay?
Dumbass.
Cargo is damaged beyond repair, Sam. No choice but to give up on this order.
I can be good at games if I want to. If I actually want to take a minute to try to be serious with it, I can do it. Thank you for the support in the last like 40 minutes, because the stream was a pretty much disaster again. And then it came back. At least $100 is a good amount to raise on any stream. Understand, that's, even though we didn't hit the goal, that's still really, really good. All right. So remember, tonight on the late stream, it is going to be my weekly chill stream of American Truck Simulator. That's the one where I have my wheel here and all the accessories, the shift and everything. That should be really fun. Good Lord, man. Look in the mirror for a second and stop believing your own lies. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me. It's WWE Champions time.
I love it.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, fucking dancer, there we go. Now, the night stream, that was a day stream highlight, essentially. And also, I cut out some of the things that I saw from yesterday, like Phil fucking punching down LTG. That's the thing about the LTG situation also. So Phil believes, right, he is superior to LTG in, like, every way. He thinks he's more successful than him, got more viewers, more money, better life, he's better at games, whatever. Phil thinks he's superior in every single way to LTG. And yet, he insists on constantly going after him, so Phil is very happy to punch down. Because Phil thinks of himself as, like, superior in every facet compared to LTG, there's nothing... Phil's, moral compass should be telling him don't punch down. Phil has maintained, apparently, Phil's trying to spin this bizarre story, that he does not like punching down on individuals. He cried when Keemstar, for example, went after him and punched down him, because Keemstar was a lot bigger than him. He cries when his bigger content creators turn their attention to him and punch down on him, because obviously their channels are a lot bigger than his are. And yet it's perfectly fine for Phil to punch down on others, but it's not fine for others to punch down on him. The double standards are just, it's not really surprising, I guess, at the end of the day. Oh, Phil was trying to set up some new stuff. I have 2 new random animations now. We'll see if they work. We've not tested them. At least I had a fucking, I had a decency to test my fucking animations. I'll say, I forgot to uncheck a box, which meant if they showed, every time you can go to a scene, when you change scenes, they kind of restart automatically, which I fixed that. So yeah, I had a decency to fucking fix that though. Phil though hasn't even tested this shit yet. He added him, but he hasn't tested him because I guess he doesn't give a shit about his audience and not fucking try to test shit or whatever. But anyway, the night stream I hear, so I've heard it was a lot ridiculous. I heard the night stream was absolutely insane when it came to some of the things that Phil said. Let's see for ourselves just how bad it was.
That's right. We need to hit the goal tonight for sure. After 2 streams not hitting the goal, we got to hit the goal tonight. Let's get to 96. Excuse me. Let's get to 6 out of 10 goals hit. Let's get that we're in position for Shake Shack's new hot dog menu.
Who fucking
Don't you
cares?
want to see me chomp down and suck down some hot dogs this week?
Nope. Oh, I'm gay. I forgot to tell you.
Pickle flavor, spicy flavor, chili cheese.
Who fucking
flavor
cares?
dogs? I know you do. You missed out because Friday was not a good episode of DSP Tries It. It was so bad I actually didn't formally upload it. I did have it, but it's part of the marathon. It just did not go well. So let's do a good one this week, and let's do it as soon as possible. How about this? Tonight, let's hit 5 goals on the stream. 5. Let's make $750 on tonight's stream, and let's do DSP Tries It Shake Shack hot dog menu tomorrow.
I'm some kind of a crazy addict.
Are you kidding? Wait, what? Guys, it was exactly 1 year ago. It was August 11th, 2024, when we did the co-op react. Are you kidding me?
Well, who cares? So, holy shit! So, yesterday was the anniversary of Phil doing his react with Keynote to the RT documentary. Phil cares more about that anniversary than he does his own anniversary. So Phil Burnell would on his actual wedding anniversary, okay, he decides to fucking work instead of fucking celebrate his actual wedding anniversary because, you know, his schedule comes first. He doesn't give a shit about fucking, you know, paying attention to his, you know, I can celebrate that anytime, honey, you know what I mean? That's not a very special day or whatever, fuck that shit. But Phil though, Phil's like, wow, this is an anniversary of me making $3,000.
I gotta post up about this.
Who fucking cares?
Hold on a second now.
So, for goodness sake, for the 1 year anniversary, let's get some support. Like I told you, my goal this year is to try to do a stream that tops the level of support that I got during that stream. And that stream I made around $3,000, seriously. So let's do it. Let's top it. Come on. Look, Phil is just a full-on, this is his business, is just begging and being greedy.
So let's just clarify what Phil was asking for, okay? First of all, you know, he missed hitting the goal in the day stream, so Phil wants to hit a goal in the night stream. Then he changed his mind and said, well, I actually want to hit 5 goals on his night stream because I want to stuff my face full of fast food as soon as possible. And because it was an anniversary of him doing the RT react, which saw Phil be given $3,000 in the stream, he then changed tune and said, I actually want to, I want $3,000+ instead because I need a part. I don't know. So hold on, Phil. Phil wants to prove to everyone that he can be more successful without Kino compared to being with them. Using that logic, doesn't that mean that every single stream and every single marathon Phil has done since then has been a conclusive failure for him? Because every single time Phil does a stream of any sort and doesn't hit $3,000, that proves every single fucking time that Phil is incapable of making that money unless he has people like, you know, carrying him with their clout and popularity and their audience and their community and their fan base with their fucking wallets. So by using Phil's logic here, because he wants to fucking prove he can do it himself without any fucking help, every single time Phil streams and doesn't fucking make that sort of money, that means he fails every single time. And he is incapable of hitting those numbers by himself.
I received a $75 tip.
Of course you fucking have. Is Phil live yet? The bad man's not live yet. Just making sure.
From NDO 103.
We could potentially hit a second goal tonight, and that would actually make up for the fact that we had this really bad stream last night.
But Phil, you got given over $1,000 on Friday, which is like, you know, that's like 6 goals or something. Is that right? Is that good math? How many goals is $1,000? You know, 153 is like 6 goals. Like 6.5 goals. Quick math. But yeah, so yeah, Phil on Friday hit 6+ goals. So you'd think he has some wiggle room to have a couple of bad streams here and there, thanks to Friday's success.
Of Mafia. It would get us back on track for what we wanted to do this week with DSP Tries It. Can we get another one tonight? Well, I know many people didn't contribute yet. We can get that going. Who else likes Truck Sim and wants to step up and contribute tonight? Let's find out.
Oh my god, he's drinking wheelchair donations.
He fucking wishes. He fucking wishes. Huge support to start the day, 1 goal down. What does Phil? What do you mean huge support to start the day? Huge support to start a day. What, $2 from Fox McFox? I mean, hold on. Did Phil get a big massive tip or something that he mentioned in his chat? Nope, don't think so. I don't understand. Did something happen on Kick? Did somebody wail out on Kick with members or something? Or I don't know. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Why is somebody just making fun of him? Here's $2. This is huge. I got no idea. I think McFox seems to be just I don't know. I have no idea. There is no indication that Phil has been wailed out tremendously, apart from this person suggesting they had, but they could just be fucking, you know, playing silly because I have no idea.
No, fuck that. See, Sneed Cobain says, you already proved yourself over the years.
She's a big fucking bitch.
Oh, thank you very much to Grease Monkey for the £5 super chat, who says, I make 500ish on Patreon a month from my supporters and I make content they want. Never do I act entitled to expect $150 a day. Fuck off, Phil. That's what I'm saying though. Like, you, I assume as well you fucking do Patreon a lot better than Phil did his Patreon. Remember, actually, Phil still has a Patreon to this day. Remember, he doesn't talk about it, he doesn't mention it, but he still has it going. In fact, let's visit Phil's Patreon, shall we? Screw it, let's fucking, hold on, DSP Gaming, Patreon. Let's see what his fucking Patreon page is like, shall we? Yeah. Here is Phil's Patreon page. And there we go. Recent post. 2022 was the most recent post from Phil. Sprucing up the place. Hello everyone. I took some time today. He currently has 24 paid members still on his Patreon. There was a time, once upon a time ago, where Patreon used to actually list how much money certain content creators were getting. Those days are gone. I don't know if you can actually show that publicly or whatever, or if you can hide it. I imagine Phil hid it or something. Yeah. What a shit. Unlock, is anybody else seen? Unlock 83 exclusive posts and join a community of 24 paid members, starting at £4 a month. £4 a month. And then naturally, you can actually hide it. So Phil chose to hide it. Phil was fed up with people fucking finding out how much money he was making on Patreon per month, so he actively chose to hide how much money he was making per month. Thankfully though, we know how it starts. It starts at £4 per month. If he has 24 paid members.
Member bomb. My biggest fans are idiots.
Profit. Member bombs I don't think work. Thank you very much for memberships, but I don't think any are going to go out. Because my memberships are broken right now, they don't go out to anyone. Oh god, profit. Oh, thank you very much, but I just stopping by it busting up. Well, also you fucking hit the ball, you know, instead of fucking aiming. And you can learn to aim with a fucking like. There you go. Thank you, Prophet, but no members have been received, you know. Shit. You might get refunded for that by YouTube, I don't know. But yeah. What I was trying to say, of course, is that 24 paid members, £4 a month, so Phil's getting like £100 or something, roughly, a month at least on Patreon. So there we go.
Oh my dog, what's up?
Thank you to Darkside Ranta for the $2 super chat as well, saying it's for the goal. Yeah, I have a thing, so because memberships don't work anymore, I actually have a different thing in place right now, where YouTube super chats are effectively a way to get free space. If we get 5 super chats, you know, we've got 2 so far, it's 2 super chats so far, 2 or 5. If we hit 5 of them, we get a free space. Because member bombs don't work right now, and Prophet, thank you very much for the member bomb. But yeah, I think I've hit the ceiling on how many members I can receive by member bomb. I'm currently in 671 members right now, but getting memberships don't seem to be working anymore for me right now. So I've implemented instead the YouTube chat feature, the live YouTube chat feature. You can actually set a goal. So yeah, if I hit the goal on YouTube thing where if I get super chats, then yeah. Although I mean, Destroyer says 5 $1 super chats. They actually need to be like at least 2. I mean, I basically I went and had it so the minimum price was the price of a membership, if that makes sense. So it can't just be any super chat, of course, but yeah, it's a second like lowest level at the absolute minimum for that shit. Double on a member, bomb and pass on to Phil. Double on nothing. Okay, there we go. And Grease Monkey saying that actually that's exactly what I was going to do. I mean, if I do hit 5, of course, I'll go, thank you guys, that's a free space of bingo, and I'll reset again in the exact same sort of way. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm saying. The difference is, obviously, if we get, you know, my goals, we get 3 spaces of bingo card, and it speeds up the process for trying to win bingo. But that's my thinking anyway. Phil is still not live yet. Wow, he is super late to the party today. Wow. Anyway, I'll explain that more later on, of course. But thank you very much, Grease Monkey, for the super chat, and Darkside Ranter as well, and Prophet. Thank you for trying to gift memberships. I'll still count it as 3 spaces, even though nobody got anything. You still tried, and so I should still count that. I think, you know, I mean, it feels wrong to not count it as a 3 space, even though no memberships were given out. But you still tried, so if I'll still count it as a 3 space, or 2 3 spaces. Sorry, because you wouldn't give 10.
No, fuck that. See, Sneed Cobain says, you already proved yourself over the years. Don't worry about doing a better stream than that. No, fuck that shit. I want to do a better stream than that.
Translation, you want fucking $3,000+ because you're a greedy bitch.
I do. Sorry, I think that I can. And I think that I should strive for that. It gives me a goal. It gives me something to work toward. That maybe one day can be a big milestone for me that, you know, despite the fact that there's so many people out there who are constantly against my kind of content, they don't want content that's not harmful. They want drama, right? How dare this lol cow not do lol cow content, but instead just do his own thing?
Well, what do you call us then? Do you think people in your... So do you also think, Phil, that people in your stream chat yesterday fucking paying attention to you driving the fucking getting in this fake truck in a game? You spent the entirety of the night stream talking about Kino Casino, LTG, detractors, trolls. This was literally a drama stream for you.
And still be successful. We absolutely not. We must drag him down to our level. Well, no. I don't want to be dragged down to anyone's level. I want to be successful for me. And I want to show that I can earn that level of success through hard work that's not toxic, that hurts other people.
So every time you try and fail, that means it proves that you can't do it by yourself. I think that's fair to say. Every single time Phil does a stream, and it does not make him $3,000+, then that means he fails every single time he tries to fucking prove that he can do it.
So, I guess we'll see. We'll see if I can ever do it. I don't think I'm ever going to do it now.
Phil, it's not up to you, essentially, because we're basically, look, the success of your fucking streams essentially boils down to a couple of factors. Obviously, you've got to try and be entertaining to a certain extent, but really, it's all about whether your audience can afford to give you all this money. What are you going to do? What is the fucking grand plan here, Phil? Are you going to try and coordinate all your whales to fucking get together at one particular time so they can all whale out at the same fucking goddamn time?
Come the fuck in or fuck the fuck off.
Thank you very much to Mr. Gorehell for popping that 8-month bingo Barry membership message saying, what to do, baby, what to do, Mr. Gorehell. You're doing well indeed. Thank you very much for popping your 8-month bingo Barry membership message.
But maybe someday, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens in time.
Who cares? Is Phil still not live yet? He's just going live now. Okay, the bad man's going live now. Oh, God, help us all. It's a late start from Phil, but maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure what to expect from Phil today. You know, it's a podcast, but yesterday, I feel like he was deliberately boring on purpose yesterday because he knows Coffee's always paying attention to him. You know, a night stream was quite bizarre with some of the things he was coming up with and some of the things he was talking about. The actual day stream itself, the fucking podcast, whatever, you know what I mean, that boring shit. I felt like he was more boring than usual. And this is Phil today, in case you're wondering, this is what he's like today. This is his drip today. You know, rate his riz and all that jazz. But yeah, we'll make sure Phil's on 1080p, we'll make sure he's on 1.5 speed, and I'm going to build up some speed up just while we enjoy the rest of this compilation from Snort Burnell.
Well, you know, the truth is this, in time things change, all attitudes change, you know? Today, I'm certainly not well loved, but at the same time, I have more people who I think respect me today than I've had in a long time. You guys don't understand how bad it was for 10 years when the internet collectively hated me. Not so much anymore. Now people just don't really bring me up in that toxic context anymore.
Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
And I think that's a step up, right? I'd much rather just have people not bother me for the toxic shit than to be the stepping, you know, stone of everybody else. So that's a good thing. You know, when people look at Review Tech and say, wow, that guy's an obsessed loser for bringing up DSP, that's a progress. To understand that people are now seeing that and recognizing it for what it is, you know? So, things change, maybe over time, and it may take a long time. I don't have any plans, I don't have any plans to stop anytime soon.
I hate everything I'm doing. and I'm just stuck doing it. It's like a vicious fucking circle. It never ends. It's an endless circle that he's stuck in, right?
So it may take another 10 years, 15 years. But I think public attitudes change, and maybe at some point, people will just not care about all this bullshit of the past, the lol cow nonsense, and people will be able to look at my body of work for what it is, rather than in this weird corrupted light of twisted hate, and just be like, wow, all right. You know, Phil's okay. Maybe he's not the best. He's certainly not the worst, but he's okay. And then maybe I will actually hit a level of acceptance. And then maybe I can do a stream. You know, one thing that, again, that I would like to do that I just can't do right now is a charity stream. I would like to do a charity event.
Get the fuck out of here. This is the same person who has said that, you know, him doing a charity stream actually goes against his, like, fucking faith, because you're not meant to promote yourself. You know, it goes against his faith if you're publicly promoting yourself doing charity, because that means you're fucking doing it for clout and exposure. This is Phil's narrative in the past. Phil's narrative in the fucking past was that because he was raised as a Roman Catholic, he cannot do a public charity stream because that means that he would benefit from that because he's doing something for, you know, it's like personal exposure for him. People will see him do that and he'll, you know, receive, you know, good praise for that. But yeah, this is his reasoning from the past as to why he couldn't do this. And all of a sudden, Phil seems to have forgotten that excuse and says, I want to do it, but the internet makes fun of me.
Event where I'm able to raise funds for a good cause. I still can't do it. I want to, but I still can't do it because they would try to ruin it for me. They would try to actually ruin the charity or whatever it is, you know.
Okay, personally speaking, like I don't think any reasonable fucking detractors would go out their fucking way to stop Phil actually trying to fucking raise money for a charity. That would be a disgusting thing to fucking do. Like, I know Phil Bonnell's a fucking cunt, but it's hard to imagine detractors trying to fucking portray this in a sort of... That would be a horrible look for detractors in general, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you know, long-time content creator attempts charity stream, but is trolled by militias and the... Like, that there is no way that detractors would come out of that looking good if they attempted to sabotage Phil's, like, fucking charity stream. And obviously, what they could do, of course, the best way to fucking make sure, obviously, you got to make sure that the charity is an actual fucking charity, that Phil's actually doing it fucking right, and also the fucking thing is set up accordingly, so you actually know where the money's going. You know, it's one of those things. Sometimes when people do charity streams, it's not really transparent as to how it's set up.
Oh my dog! What's up?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Das Bullshit got some shit before, because I think he attempted to do some sort of charity thing back in the day, but there was some sort of issue with the lack of transparency, and there was question marks over whether the thing he was trying to do a charity stream for got the fucking things or not. I don't know. But thank you very much to Logan K for the $5 super chat, who says he should do a charity stream. There is no reason not to. If he does one and trolls mess of it, he wins. Either way, it makes him look better. Exactly. That's the point I'm trying to make. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing stopping Phil from... There is no way where a detractors come out on top here. If Phil attempts to do a charity stream, all we could fucking do is essentially just sit back and let it happen. If we try and fucking derail it in some way, like, to stop it happening, there's no way, there is no win here for the detractors. If Phil does a charity stream, we try and like interfere in any sort of capacity. There's no win I can see. I don't know. But yeah, it's just hard to imagine Phil Bonnell doing charity when he thinks of himself as the most urgent charity out there.
You know what I mean? So I think one day I would like to get to that level where I can do the kind of stuff that other people can do, but I can't do right now.
Well, you don't need to fucking be a big massive content creator to do fucking charity streams. Like, fucking Claim Your Beliefs every single year does a charity stream for cancer. It's like the pink ribbon thing. I think it's a breast cancer. I think it's, you know, and it's like he does it every single year. You know, it does a special stream for charity. You know, and Claim Your Beliefs. You know, this channel. I can't remember his channel size, but he's not the size of your channel, Phil. You're 200,000 plus subscribers, for fuck's sake, Phil. You're far bigger than his channel, but it doesn't stop him from still doing a charity stream anyway. And look, with that being said, fucking done their own channel. Also, that being said as well, very popular detractor channel, of course, but they're a lot smaller than Phil's channel in terms of subscribers, not jazz. and yet they were able to do a charity stream as well. Their funds went to what was that called again? Was it some sort of children's hospital or something? I can't make exact details, but you get what I'm saying though. There's a lot of smaller channels out there that are able to fucking do charity streams. The size of that channel is of no consequence. If you can, they will. Sonic is saying the completion's got flack for a charity event, and what a charity didn't do. Exactly, you've got to make sure there's like it's set up properly and full transparency, however, otherwise people will ask questions. And so yeah, it's got to be all above board, essentially. Especially when it comes to charity, it's all got to be above board. Maybe if I say I do a fundraiser for American Kidney Foundation every year, and I'm not a content creator and raised over $1,000 the last 3 years, it's fucking fantastic. And big ups to you, Navy, for that. You know, for that, it's fantastic stuff indeed. This is what I'm saying. Like Phil Burnell has somehow fucking portrayed it where he has to have a lot more subs apparently in order for him to attempt to do a charity stream. Like apparently that's a big massive factor. I was like, that's the only thing that's stopping him from doing it right now. He's not big enough to do it. It doesn't make sense. You know, it makes no sense whatsoever.
That's something that right now I'm just not allowed to do. Why? Because are you stupid? I guess Icy Bob, I'm sorry, that was a really stupid question. Why? Dude, anything that I try to do that other people do, immediately, let's send the people involved 5,000 pieces of slanderous thing about Phil, saying that he's the devil and he's a racist and he's a sexist and he's a piece of shit.
That's actually a good point as well. If a charity's going to get involved with Phil Burnell, that charity should be fully aware of what sort of individual Phil Burnell is. that's a good reasonable point, you know what I mean? Like that charity, I mean, if Phil's going to do a stream for charity, they are entitled to understand what sort of person Phil Burnell is. You know what I mean? And obviously, if that charity still wants to be associated with Phil Burnell, fair play. But but then again, is that? You know, that's the thing though. Phil Burnell is capable of raising money for a charity. I just don't think he really wants to, because okay, here's a scenario. Here's a scenario right here, okay? Let's just say hypothetically Phil sets up a charity stream. And, you know, so every single fucking donation that Phil gets goes to, you know, some sort of like, you know, children's hospital or something, whatever the fuck it is, okay? And Phil is given that day, like fucking, let's just say he gets $5,000+, okay? Part of me feels like he would actually be very upset because he's not getting that money. Like if he done a charity stream and it was way more successful than his usual streams and his usual marathons, I think he would look back on that and think to himself that that is not fair, that he doesn't get a level of support when it's not a charity stream. It's hard for me to imagine Phil Burnell not looking on enviously. If he done a charity stream, this is the thing, if Phil actually done a charity stream, if Phil does a charity stream, I'm quite sure that the detractors would probably give him money for the charity. If they know it's not going to Phil, but it's going to a charity, I feel like plenty of detractors would actually be happy for fucking to give Phil, you know, to donate on Phil's charity stream, knowing that money's going to a good cause instead of him. And that would just eat him up inside, I think, because it's like, oh, all these donations and I can't touch any of it because it's for charity. You know what I'm saying? I think it would eat away at him. I don't know, that's just, I mean, it's one of those kind of fun hypotheticals, but can you imagine the meltdown Phil would have where he does like a charity stream and he gets like fucking $5,000+. Then like a few weeks later, Phil does a normal marathon and he gets like 500. Oh, you'd be raging. Oh, it'd be fucking seething. I was like, where's all my charity, guys? Where's my $5,000?
Then let's say that Phil's gonna scam the charity and keep the money and do that. Are you fucking retarded? Of course I can't do that right now. But that's what I mean. Those kind of attitudes can change in time. They have. Right now, are there people who don't like me? Yes. Obsessed fucking weirdo freaks. It's not like the entire internet hates my guts anymore. They did at one point, but not anymore. Keep in mind now they just say, they make jokes about me being a games journalist.
Yeah, that's because it's fucking funny. But on the side, Phil sent me a Scrubs clip. You know, let's hear it.
I'd say you're about a B cup. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Is that in relation to this current attire from Phil? Yeah, I'd say you're a bit of a B cup. That's quite generous, you know. I think he's a bit bigger than that, but who knows?
That's a hell of a lot different than what they used to say about me. Okay, so that's a good step.
Sure.
No lie, I'll leave you with this, because this is the God's honest truth. Every time that we finished doing an episode of Smart Guys, Ashton and I would sit down and maybe talk for like 20 minutes after the show. And it would be about the show, but also it would be about things in my content, things in their content, possible collabs, ideas for improvement, etc. All right? He outright said to me, Ashton, said, your viewers are not your friends, your viewers are your wallets. That's what you withdraw money from. That's all they're there for. You use them and you discard them. They
He's not wrong.
don't mean anything to you, and you know, you shouldn't care about them. That's it. And he's saying this to me, and of course, I'm not saying anything against it, because I'm still playing the part.
It's the fucking truth. That's why you have no fucking counterpoint to that, because he was speaking facts. That is how you feel about your audience.
And I'm like,
I just want more money.
I mean, it couldn't be further from the truth. And I want you guys to understand, I cannot be personal friends with every one of you. I hope you know that, right? But I actually really enjoy our nights like tonight, where we can just talk and hang out and have a good time.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck, you can talk and have a good time. You enjoy fucking nights where you hit your fucking goals and you get given lots of fucking money from these dumbass demented deadheads who think they're fucking paying to be a fucking friend or something, Phil. That's different. Like, you are just manipulating the fucking gullible at this fucking point in time. But of course, I have no sympathy left for them. Let them get fucking fleeced by Phil Burnell. We have fucking spent way too fucking long telling his fucking dumbass fucking viewers where all the fucking money goes. If they still want to fucking throw it all at Phil Burnell, then fucking let them.
Time. I think that's why these streams of Truck Sim have worked so well. These are the times when I can just have a little drink or two, drive around. Every once in a while I crash, sure. But we talk about all these different topics. We have a great time. We share meaningful time together. Sure, you enjoyed the game, but more than that, we actually had meaningful conversation. How many times can you say you tuned into a Kino Casino stream and you saw them have a meaningful conversation with someone there? It's literally all jokes. It's literally all them making fun of people, ragging on people, and then collecting money. Where's the conversation? Where's the actual interaction, the meaningful?
Their shows are not meant to be a conversation. Like, people tune into Kino Casino because they're the hosts of the show, where the whole premise of their show is to fucking cover the latest lolcows and point and laugh at them. It's not meant to be some sort of conversational show. Just like how your streams here are meant to be your gaming content streams, where you're playing a game for your audience to enjoy. But you turn this into... But practically, Phil, you prefer games that practically play themselves. When Phil was playing Truck Simulator, he's got it in cruise control. And he's barely paying attention to anything that's going on in the game. You know, he wants the game to play itself effectively. Well, he just fucking you know, scans the fucking chat and just talks about fucking bizarre shit, you know, and you know, it's bizarre. It's utterly fucking bizarre. For whatever reason, obviously, this game is doing quite well for him consistently when it comes to support. That's why it's still in rotation. Does Phil care about the fucking game itself? Fuck no. He cares about ignoring the game, though, and talking to his audience about what's fucking playing in the background. It's white noise.
Full moments. There aren't any. It's just all jokes, right? And that's their mentality. We put on a comedy show for you, you shower us with money, and we turn the stream off.
Heaven fucking forbid they try and entertain their fucking audience, and their audience fucking reciprocates by fucking paying them money because they're entertained. Like, they're not trying to fucking pretend to be anything else. So you're the one who's trying to convince yourself that your show is something more meaningful, when it's not really. If this is the case, Phil, why isn't every single stream of yours as successful as the Truck Sim streams? If your streams are all meaningful, why did Death Stranding 2 only get $75 instead of $150? Phil, answer me that. Answer that to me.
They don't care about anything else, right? They don't.
That's like me, right? That's like me.
So, you know, that's the difference between me and them, is that I'm not like that at all. I really care about these moments we had. As I've grown and matured, remember, I didn't used to do this kind of stuff. In fact, here, I'm gonna turn this off. I did say, right? I'm just gonna turn this off because the music is distracting me. I didn't used to do these kind of streams, right? I used to do, I just sit here playing the game. But as soon as I started doing these interactive streams in 2017, long before I had any interaction with any of these people, right? A light bulb, like, ding, above my head. I was like, This is so much better having a stream where I can interact, talk, and converse about the game, about life, about other topics, about everything. This social interaction is so much better. It's meaningful. People come to my streams and feel like I got to talk and hang out with Phil today, right? As opposed to, oh, I came and I laughed at a bunch of jokes that this guy put out on his stream. And I'm sure there are some people who come and they laugh at me or they laugh with me, whatever it is. I get that, right? I do. But the funny part about it is I feel like my content's become significantly better and more meaningful to those who watch it.
Based on what? Based on what precisely, Phil? I mean, if you talk about the gaming content itself, I mean, you know, DSP Gaming is a gaming channel where you fucking play video games, whatever. Most people, I think, can honestly fucking say, even in your own audience, they don't really care about the games anymore. You know? You said it yourself, Phil, you get more support if you just fucking do chill with Phil. So, the gaming has become, is not really relevant anymore on your channel. You might as well just fucking get rid of it, or just fucking pick games that doesn't require much attention or focus on your part.
Since I became this interactive streamer who wants to have conversation and social interaction with all of you. Okay?
I like how it took Phil until he was like fucking 35 years old to fucking realise, hey, talking to people on the internet is actually fucking cool. Like before, like Phil was fucking devoid of human interaction for the longest fucking time until he was like 35 years of age. Is it, wait a second, there are other human beings that exist on this planet that I can talk to. And I can ask them for money directly.
Sure, you guys absolutely are those who are my support system when it comes to income.
Yes, actually, all my bills get paid by my viewers. Duh. That's how it works.
But at the same time, I feel like we are people who can have a good time together, just relating, talking about various topics, sharing information with each other about life.
What do you mean fucking relating, Phil? Who the fuck can relate to your fucking life? How can Jade, for example, relate to your fucking life? As devoid as no, Phil fucking talks about trying to do. So remember, this is the same guy relating to Phil Burnell. This is the same guy who has decided that he's not going to share any information about his fucking life anymore on the internet because detractors and trolls make fun of him. All we know of Phil's life is what he tells us, and most of that is quite guarded. All we fucking see is simply him being in his fucking room playing games. We don't understand. Phil does not tell anyone about his fucking life anymore. So how in the hell can anyone in his fucking stream relate to his fucking life when Phil actively chooses to not fucking tell anyone what the fuck's going on with his fucking life?
Life experiences and things, that's just as meaningful as any of the other stuff. The gameplay, the money, it just is. That's something they don't have and something they never will have because they literally see their audience as wallets to open, unfold, empty, close, and walk away. And if they never see them again, they don't care. There's another wallet to replace it. That's not how I see it. Genuinely, I get sad if there's a regular who disappears. Or if there's someone who maybe is gone for years and they come back and they say hello. I'm like, wow, that's an awesome feeling. You know, it really is. And I appreciate that very, very much. That there's people who've been with me all this time. Who was it? Earlier tonight, someone said, well, you know, there's people who've been watching it for 10 years and they just stay behind the scenes. I appreciate that so much. You have to understand, I get it. We can't be personal friends. It's never going to happen. But the fact that there's people who've been with me along this crazy journey, this 18-year YouTube journey, and you've been watching and engaging and supporting with this content for so long, that means something. Doesn't it mean that I've done something to help the people on this planet?
Nope. Wow. No.
And by the way, I didn't hurt anyone in the process. It wasn't me bringing others down, making fun. And certainly I don't dispose of...
I mean, you didn't make fun of anyone. You keep insinuating Triple P's fucking gay for you. You keep fucking talking about LTG being gay for you as well. What do you mean you're not putting down anyone in the fucking process, Phil? Earlier on, this is the 1 year anniversary. He was celebrating the 1 year anniversary of him putting RTU down in collaboration with Kino Casino, reacting to the fucking June the King RTU documentary. And fucking glorifying the fact he was given $3,000 by on stream for that particular react. How can he fucking actually say that with a straight face where he's fucking never fucking put anyone fucking down? When even in this very fucking stream, he was putting down people like fucking LTG and Triple P, insinuating they were fucking gay for them or something.
Of people at a whim, which is what I was told to do. So here I am a year later, definitely a lot wiser.
That's my point right there on the screen.
I've grown. I'm in a much better situation than I was in beforehand. And as much as I really enjoyed some of the stuff that we did, I definitely know now that I've been involved in that that's not who I want to be ultimately. Every once in a while, is it funny to jab at RTU or LTG for the shit that they said and did about me over the years? Absolutely it is. You know, yeah, get them back every once in a while when I can. But that's not who I want to be as a creator, and I hope you guys understand why. And as you can see, I don't have to be. I have found a level of success that I'm okay with as doing what I want to do, and that's an amazing thing. It took a while. It took 10 years of struggle for me to get to a level for me to find what I liked to do that would work, but isn't toxic. But I found it. I've been doing it now for about 5-6 straight months with no drama, and it's working. So thank you to all of you, really, who are here supporting my content. I really appreciate you all. You're allowing me to live the dream, essentially, and I don't have to hate myself every morning, and I can still have morals and values.
I don't fucking care. Look, so Phil's life is, to me, Phil Burnell's life, I would not wish it on my worst fucking enemy. I look at what he does. I try to imagine his existence. All the money in the fucking world would not be worth that fucking life. You know? You just pretend for a second, guys, that you are Phil Burnell. A strange fucking thought, I know. Please don't fucking throw yourself off a cliff in Minecraft. Pretend for a second that you're Phil Burnell, okay? You wake up, and the first thing you fucking see when you check your fucking phone is all these notifications of people making fun of you on the internet. And not just detractors or trolls live, or some viral tweets go off about your fucking gameplay antics from fucking Donkey Kong or something, you know what I mean? So you're constantly being ridiculed, you know, in perpetuity by the internet in general. Either fucking big accounts or small accounts or just in between or whatever, you know what I mean? You're a constant figure of ridicule. Kino Casino have been fucking making fun of you again. Their shit's going viral and all that shit, you know what I mean? People are fucking implying that you fucking, you know, mocked your wife's fucking cooking or whatever. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying, though. And then also you got to fucking just also turn up on stream and say the same thing every fucking day, beg the same fucking amount every single fucking day. It's like, imagine you had to fucking beg as much as Phil did every single fucking day and keeping a straight fucking face. Like, that's what I'm saying. I would not wish his life on anyone, and especially not fucking for me. Look, Phil gets all his fucking money, but he does nothing special or meaningful with it. There is no honeymoon yet for Cat. There is no nice vacation or whatever for him to go away somewhere. You know what I mean? He's still fucking doing the exact same shit every single fucking day, despite all the fucking success. Doesn't matter how fucking slow things are or how well things are. It is still the same old garbage 6 days a fucking week. Trapped in that fucking room for eternity. I said it before, this is Phil's personal purgatory. Trapped doing the same thing over and over again because he literally cannot do anything else. He can't even get a job because he's fucking not living with his means. Getting employment to replace this sort of fucking income is impossible for him because he is living well beyond his fucking means, and it is now up to his fucking audience to fucking fulfill those financial responsibilities for him. Because he actively chose to fucking live that sort of lifestyle. I would hate to saying, Phil is a couple of bad days away. Remember, if Phil is sick and he is off sick, he doesn't make money that day usually. I have to beg even harder than before when he comes back. Guys, I need to make up for lost time. You know, I was off for 2 days, we're behind momentum. You know, goals, I want burgers. As I'm saying, I wouldn't wish his life on anyone. There is nothing to envy there. I would hate to be this fucking person. Because that's just a fucking, imagine living every single fucking day like that, where you're basically fucking, whether you have a good day or a bad day is essentially decided by whether a whale turns up or not. That could be a difference maker between a really good day or a really bad day. If somebody is willing to fucking drop $100 randomly on you that particular day, Phil can keep his life.
Because I don't have to degrade others to do things to support my, and you know, get my family what they need. So thank you for that. Okay. All right, guys. Great stream, right?
I have the ability, I'm using my amazing mental control powers through the internet. Make a contribution tonight. Here we go. You ready? Woo! Woo! Phil has the pignosis. He mind and brainwashes his viewers into contributing. That's right, mind control. I will mind control my audience.
I think the pignosis works.
There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me. It's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it.
Well, fucking love it. God damn no, I fucking had a meltdown with that fucking rant. Jesus Christ, that was a bizarre fucking amount of, you know, that shit was just strange from Phil. Anyway, it is time to start some bingo now. Actually, I still haven't, okay, actually I forgot. I had decided to center square. Hold on to things. The bingo ordered up. Here we go. Good stuff indeed. Mr. White. I believe Mr. White was nominated to pick today's bingo number based on the pretense that they were the first person in chat to say hello. So yeah, I turned up to, I was setting the stream up, and the stream was all set up. Mr. White was the first person to say hello, and I think it was MRC Midnight or someone, I can't mind who it was, but somebody suggested that Mr. White should pick the bingo number because they were the first person to say hello. So I thought, well, fuck it, why not? So Mr. White, no pressure. But if you don't pick a good number, then we're gonna have problems. 369. 369 is the number you picked. Okay, fantastic stuff. 369. Let's hit enter. Here we go. This is today's bell card we have for today's show. We need Phil to say and do the following things on today's bingo card. We need Phil to say reality. Him smacking his lips. Him giving the prayer hands. Him saying fuck and unique. The second row is Phil saying dude, goal, honest, him burping, and him making that annoying T sound.
T T T T T T T T T T.
The third row is Phil messing with his phone, him ignoring a troll tip, him mentioning LTG or Kino Casino, him saying allowed to explain, and him clearing his throat. The fourth row is Phil saying momentum, him saying or doing Q&A, him saying update, admittedly, and him giving a thumbs up. The fifth and final row is Phil repeating the same point constantly, him giving somebody a good old fashioned leaning ban. In fact, hold on. Has Phil banned anyone today since being on stream? He has plenty of. Oh my, that's quite a lot of bans today, Phil. Yeah, this is all today. All these ones are today from Phil. Oh, so yeah, the banning has been rampant from Phil today. So we can tick that off right now. We also need to say, we need Phil to say alright %, and finally, friend.
Fuck you and your friend.
Well, it's no wonder you don't have any friends.
Oh, it's funny, Phil's a little bit fucking, I can't be our friends, but a friend is on the fucking board. Fantastic stuff indeed. Anyway, thank you, Mr. White, for helping us pick today's bingo card. Hopefully we can get a full house on today's bingo card. I got one ticked off already because of because Phil's banned people already. Giving him a good old leaning ban. But yeah, so we've got 24 to go, but of course there's a variety of ways we can get free spaces to help us on our way to a full house bingo card. For example, if Phil burps, snorts or sips 10 times before he starts recording for his shitty gameplay, it gives us a lot of free space. For every 6 minutes and 40 seconds that Phil begs, that also gives us a free space. For people who are new, so some people might be confused why 6 minutes and 40 seconds. We watch Phil Burnell at 1.5 speed, because watching Phil Burnell at normal speed is awful. It is soul destroying trying to watch Phil Burnell at normal speed. This is why I've got him on pause, and why we build up some speed up juice, and this is why we have him set at 1.5, because it makes him more bearable to tolerate. If I can, you know, it's still annoying to fucking tolerate him, but he's a lot easier to, you know, take in at 1.5 speed compared to normal speed. So if so 6 minutes and 40 seconds for begging, essentially, if you multiply that by 1.5, you get 10 minutes. So really, 6 minutes and 40 seconds of begging is in reality 10 minutes of begging when it's Phil. So that's why it's 6 minutes and 40 seconds for a free space when it comes to the begging side of things. So I hope that explains everything. So there we go. That's one more way we can get free spaces as well. If Jade shows up and Phil says hi to Jade Rasmussen and his chat, we get a free space for that as well. Now, usually I would talk about memberships here. You know, for every 5 new or rejoining members we have to bingo stream, we get free spaces. My memberships are broken right now. So Profit tried to gift 10 members earlier on, not a single one went out. I don't think gifted memberships work anymore. But I have found an alternative to replace it though, if that's can be believed. I've just, so super chats instead. Basically, instead of memberships getting us free spaces, but I did include Profit's memorable mail on even though none went out, because I felt wrong to not include it. But yeah, but memberships, sorry, super chats. for every 5 super chats we get, that are above like $2 or whatever, we get a free space. And I've got it set up on the stream as well as a goal. You know, we've had 3 super chats so far, so we get 2 more. It unlocks more free spaces, and we'll say for every 5 that happens, I'll make the goal again. I'll set up again. So for every time we get 5 of them, essentially, we get another free space. So there we go. So I just thought I'd implement the goals feature, which has been a part of YouTube live stream chats for a while now, to kind of make up for the fact that memberships are kind of broken. So that's kind of new way we can get free spaces. So there we go. That's of course an option. You know, so it's no a necessity or anything, of course. Also, the final way we can get free spaces, the best way, in my opinion, we can get free spaces. If we get 50 likes on this bingo stream before we finish playing bingo, we get 1 free space. And if we get 75 likes, we get 2 free spaces. And if we manage to get 100 likes on this bingo stream before we finish playing bingo, not only do we get free spaces, but you guys also get to enjoy the bubble animation made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations to celebrate the 100 likes on the stream. You guys are in full direct control of some of the ways we can get free spaces, but the rest of the ways are controlled by Phil and his bizarre bonus functions, as well as him begging like the little bitch that he is. So there we go. Now, some more things to cover, but I'm going to let AI Phil Burnell explain that for me.
Well, hello there, AI Phil Burnell here in the digital flesh. Here to tell you about Marbles on King Jad's Bingo Baddies stream. To add your name to be part of the Marbles games, use the !Marbles in chat to see how easy it is to do it. And at the end of the month, a winner will be picked. It's just that easy, like wear a T-shirt under a Hawaiian shirt.
Thank you, AI Phil Burnell, for explaining that result, understand. Now, I think I've covered all the bases, so the only thing left to really do is for me to press the random Scottish soundboard button to send us off into battle once more.
Welcome to Operation Mindfuck!
And on that note, it's time bingo. Good luck, everybody, because here we fucking go.
What is up, everyone? Welcome to the show. We're back. And let's talk about everything that's been going on this week so far, including getting caught up with Mafia: The Old Country, which continues today, as well as the status of the Death Stranding 2 playthrough, which finally is hitting the end game and may actually conclude this week. Plus, we'll talk a little bit about American Truck Sim updates and more. Today, I'm just going to do a little bit of housekeeping. We have some updates in regards to animations and other things that I'm trying. Then we'll do some Q&A, a more chill atmosphere, no real game news or anything to cover. But let's get caught up. It's a nice chill vibe on today's return episode of the Level 1 Podcast.
Who fucking cares? Also, did fellow say goal? I'm sorry, I need to understand. Did fellow say goal?
Welcome to the show. We're back. And let's talk about everything that's been going on this week so far, including getting caught up with Mafia: The Old Country, which continues today, as well as the status of the Death Stranding 2 playthrough, which finally is hitting the end game and may actually conclude this week.
Who cares?
Plus, we'll talk a little bit about American Truck Sim updates and more. Today, I'm just going to do a little bit of housekeeping. We have some updates in regards to animations and other things that I'm trying. Then we'll do some Q&A, a more chill atmosphere, no real game news or anything to cover. But let's get caught up. It's a nice chill vibe.
So I don't know how to say goal, my bad. I thought I said goal for some reason, but didn't say goal, so there we go.
On today's return episode of the Level 1 Podcast.
And then blah blah blah, I get fucked. Yeah, fucking picky prick. Anyway, so yeah, let's just here we go. We'll start bingo here. Hold on. I went too far. Did I go too far? I went too far. Fuck it. But yeah, we have 3 things ticked off for a day. Fantastic stuff. So, you know, 3 down. He said old. Yeah, the old country, not
Old bastard.
Yeah, but there you go. But there we fucking go. In case you want, so good to see you, Sonny. First of all, Sonny, hope you're feeling better, okay? Hope you're feeling better. Second of all, memberships are still broken. I just want to explain this in case people missed it earlier on. Memberships are still broken. Profit tried to give 10 members earlier on, not a single one went out. However, I have implemented a sort of replacement system in place to get free spaces in the form of super chats. For every 5 super chats we get that are above $2, we get. Every 5 we get a free space. So yeah, just in case you thought, I know Sonny's always kind of eager to try and get more members unlocked, whatever. We're still, and I just thought I'd fucking warn him before he thinks about doing it, you know. But yeah, we kind of get free spaces and memberships right now. It's like because memberships for me are still kind of busted because I've kind of hit the ceiling and him and I can receive, I think. So there we go. Well, it was asked saying that the old bastard clip sounds like Rimmer from Red Dwarf. It is not Rimmer from Red Dwarf. Shit, what's the fucking thing called? It's a YouTube content creator who does animation about some like little. It's like some dog and a little wizard kind of guy. I can't think what it's called, but I find it funny. And when I read random episodes, you know, it's like use your shorts, whatever, and one of them just like has like a bird yell, old bastard, whatever. I can't mind exactly what it is, you know what I mean? But I thought it was funny, so fuck it.
What is up, everybody? Phil here, and welcome to the show. Today is Tuesday, the 12th of August, 2025. Coming off of a skip day for the podcast yesterday.
No, it's not. It's not fucking porn, for fuck's sake. Don't make me find it, for fuck's sake. Oh, for God's sake. I'm not going to derail and find it. We're fucking behind as far. We're already fucking behind Phil by 34 minutes, so I can't derail anymore.
Because I am trying to make maximum progress in Death Stranding 2. And the days that I skip the podcast, we purposefully schedule that game so that we can get really far. And the good news is, it's working. Cares? Yesterday, we saw major strides in the playthrough, and it looks like we may actually beat the game by the end of the week, which would be outstanding. Considering I've been playing the game for so long, I'd like to wrap it up. So how is everyone today? I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the show with our flaming lava light show behind me today. So funny thing, as you all know, I upgraded my setup over the last year. Notably, this light show I added in January, right? I think I bought the lights over the course of December, and I got them all synced and working, and I really like it. I bought my new streaming and capture PC back, I think it was December, and we did the new PC setup stream and all of that, if you remember. This PC had all the bells and whistles, right? It even has all these RGB lights inside. All the fans are RGB. The RAM sticks have RGB.
Who fucking cares?
The CPU cooler is RGB. Except not anymore, because here we are, what, 7 months into me owning this PC, and it's already malfunctioned. Like yesterday, I changed the color scheme. As I was doing so, I noticed something doesn't look right over there. So I changed it to this lava color scheme, and now the light that is on the CPU cooler does not work anymore. Now it just stays blue endlessly. And I was like, what? So I tried configuring it in my RGB program. Doesn't do anything. I actually tried restarting the PC. Doesn't do anything. I physically opened the PC and looked at it, made sure that it was, you know, not loose or anything. Tapping it. Oh no, it just decided not.
No, wait. So he opened the PC and just stood there and looked at it. Like, did I tilt his head? You know, like a confused dog or whatever, you know? Let me tilt my head this way. Yep, it's still there, but it's not working. Let me tilt my head the other way. Maybe it'll fucking fix itself if I stare at it from a different sort of angle. I opened it up and he looked at it. Like, wow. Was like, yeah, but it's definitely not on. Yeah. He just fucking stared at it and went, well, what now? What?
Physically opened the PC and looked at it, made sure that it was, you know, not loose or anything. Tapping it. Oh no, it just decided not to work anymore. It's just blue.
I love how Phil's idea of like open up. He made sure it wasn't loose. His hand gesture for making sure it wasn't loose was like watching Homer Simpson strangling Bart.
And looked at it, made sure that it was, you know, not loose.
You get what I'm saying? just like, why you little RGB?
Loose or anything. Tapping it. Oh no, it just decided not to work anymore. It's just blue. So my PC looks like lava except for the light on the CPU cooler, which is blue. It will never change for some bizarre reason. There's no way to change it.
Oh my God! What's up?
Thank you very much to Sonny for the $2 showing super chat. Says so let's get us to number 4. And that is indeed the 4th super chat I've had today. And of course, if we get one more super chat, $2 or above, we get a free space, and I'll set up another goal and all that jazz. Yeah, that's yeah. Is it the first time I've implemented a goal system, and I wasn't sure how best to do it. So for now, I thought I'd just treat it like, you know, I've tried to basically just have it so for every 5 we get, it's like a free space, kind of like memberships. It's kind of like a way to replace the membership stuff, because I know right now the memberships aren't working for me. So, but I wasn't sure the best way to implement it, but I didn't want to, because it's so many things you can do to adjust it. You can fucking set it so it only counts like certain types of memberships, for example. You can count more than 5, you can have like 10 or 20 or 50 or whatever. You can have different levels as well. You can have it going for a certain amount of time and all that jazz. I just thought I'd keep it simple and fucking treat it like their memberships, essentially. Oh, wait a second. People are receiving gifted memberships now from Prophet's earlier member bomb. That just kind of went out right there. So PW Dubs, Anime Slayer, and Alexandra C have all just received a membership. Now, I have a theory, guys. Bear with me. So, hold on. I do apologise, but I want to check something, because I've got a theory, okay? So, give me a second here, hold on. Actually, you know what, I'm going to enjoy some Scottish otters while I check this theory. I mean, I'm very curious about it, but wait. Here's some Scottish otters while I fucking check this shit. Okay, I have returned. My theory didn't actually... I thought those are expired members who were just gifted a membership again, but that's not the case. These free individuals were not members anytime... Well, they have been members before, I'm pretty sure, but they weren't members from the last time I checked, essentially. So I don't know why it took that long for 3 of them to go out. But yeah, just out of the blue, just like that. 3 people have been given memberships. Courtesy of Prophet's earlier member bomb. I've never seen it be that delayed before. That's kind of strange, and just all at once as well. So yeah, thank you very much, Prophet, as I said, for gifting those members. I think Prophet said he's busy today. He's got a busy day lined up for his work or whatever, so I don't even think he's here right now still. But yeah, if you guys, also PW Dubs, Anime Slayer, Alexandra C, if you get a chance to thank Prophet, obviously make sure you do next time you see them. So thank you, Prophet, again, of course, for your gifted memberships from earlier on.
In reality, I'm sure there is. I'm sure if I go into like the motherboard settings or some bullshit, there's a way to fix that, but I don't really care. I just find it funny that I have all this new equipment. You know, my gaming PC is a year old now. Okay, I got it in the summer of 2024, so about a year old. We've been using it for everything, right? And the capture streaming PC is like 6 to 7 months old, and the thing's already malfunctioning. Like, what?
You know what's also fucking funny, Phil? We don't usually see this shit. Like, this is basically for your benefit. All these RGBs that you fucking described is entirely on your end, on your setup.
Oh my dog! What's up?
Thank you very much to XGS for the $9.99 Ron super chat, who says Phil, or how a pimple became sentient. Thank you very much for that, XGS, very kinny indeed. And yeah, we've had a goal achieved. So there we go, we get a free space for that, fantastic. And there we go. I'll add a free space to the counter, great. And then now I can start another goal. So I think I'll do that right fucking now. Hold on a second. So yeah, give me a second here and I'll get all that set up and sorted. So yeah, 2 seconds. I'll basically try and do the same thing as I did before. Hold on. So 2 seconds here. I'm just trying to see. So I think I want that and do that, and I think is I think it basically just fucking repeats it. If I hit start, it should be okay. I think. So there we go. I think it's the exact same setup from before. Yeah. So there we go. We got a free space because of 5 super chats. Thank you very much indeed. And we have 50 likes as well. Fantastic stuff. We have 50 likes, which is another free space. Fantabulous. We now have 4 free spaces. Excellent stuff indeed. So there we go. Again, thank you very much, guys, for your support. Obviously, free spaces could be crucial when it comes to the difference between winning and losing the bingo stuff. So there we go. So let's crack on the bingo and see if we can get a full house completed today, courtesy of Phil saying and doing all these things, as well as getting some free spaces along the way.
That's modern technology for you. But it's a good thing that it's not a functional component that matters. It's just like, it distracts me. I look over there like it's blue. I can't stop staring at it. It's annoying when everything else in my office looks like lava.
So the RGBs constantly fucking going off was not distracting you, but a solid singular colour is distracting. Okay.
And that's blue. So here, I'll move my thermos to try to block it so it stops bothering me. Anyway, welcome to the show, everyone. That's neither here nor there. A little late starting the show today, because today I set up a couple new animations for contributions. What I've done is I've set up that whenever someone does a super chat, of any level for the record, like any super chat, there is a random chance that you will either see a Sonic the Hedgehog or a Chun-Li animation and sound effect. It's randomized. It's you know, you may get it, you may not. And it actually is for any level of contribution, any level of super chat, there's a chance that you'll see those animations. Now, the other animations are set up permanently, so if it doesn't play one of those, it'll play one of the other ones that we've been seeing all along. So, yeah, I guess we'll see how they work. I've never tried this random animation stuff before, so just as people do super chats today, we'll see if they ever pop up. What's funny is I'd screwed it up. Fox did a $2 super chat before I started the podcast today on the stream, and I'd accidentally set up the Sonic animation to be the default, so it played the Sonic animation right away. And I was like, oh, oops. So now it's set to be randomized. So if you have a chance to see it, do any level of super chat. It doesn't even have to be like the 420 super chat where you get a special animation for it. It could be, I think the lowest threshold for a super chat animation is $1. I'm not sure though. I actually don't remember. But yeah, any level, we'll see how they go. I wonder how long it will take before we get to see one, since it is random. It could be that we see it right away or we don't see it for days because it is a random like RNG selection. So so I added those this morning, and I'm trying to add a few more. I was thinking of adding like maybe 5 randomized super chats to see how they do. And see people like that or not. The thing is, I can only do it for super chats. I can't do it for tips because tips are manual animations that I have to play because it's not an automated system. But I guess we'll see. Let's see how it goes. And again, trying to always try to do improvements to add things that people like, that make the stream see a little bit more special. I don't want it to be stagnant where every day it seems like it's exactly the same. For many, many years, that was my mentality. Oh, I'm coming to work today to play a game on stream. I'm punching the clock, right? I'm getting on stream to play a game or whatever, and that's it. Now I want to have improved things. I want to have, you know, new stuff. And I want people to feel excited when they come to the streams that something might happen that's cool or refreshing or interesting. I mean, we only had the sound effects for, I think, less than a week. So I'm sure there's people who maybe haven't been around for a while, and then they'll come by, and all of a sudden an animation plays. They're like, whoa, well, that's new and cool, right? Good stuff.
Who
all right,
cares?
so welcome everyone to the show. And what I'd like to...
I mean, this would be like me trying to tell you guys, hey guys, I've added the 7 sins. You know, look at me, revolutionising bingo streams have been revolutionised because I've added Rebsy's 7 sins to my on my stream deck, and I can press it whenever, you know. Like, please praise me guys, praise me and reward me with your generous fucking overflowing contributions because I added a couple of extra things on OBS on my fucking stream deck. It's not, I felt you should always be looking into self-improvement anyway. Like, you know, also, you should always be looking for, you know, the kind of, you know, positive feedback or any feedback in general. If people has a good idea, if someone has a good idea for suggestion or whatever, add this thing, add that thing, you should always be looking to self-improve. You know what I mean? That whether that goes into your work or whatever, or just in general. But Phil wants like fucking special praise and rewards for doing something that should be fucking second nature to most human beings. You know? Yeah, he recently started, as soon as he got this new computer, he did start using the Stream Deck. But he doesn't use it that well, he still doesn't understand how it works properly.
To do is get everyone caught up with the status of all of my playthroughs, because as of right now there's several playthroughs that there's a possibility in the next week I could wrap up, but then the question is, then what do I start, because we basically don't have any real major new games until the end of the month, the very last week, about 2 weeks from now.
Brace yourselves guys. So someone just gave me a super chat. You might get to see a fucking brand new animation happen on Phil's stream because of the super chat. Brace yourselves now.
Okay, so let's chat about that, shall we? Cool. All right. We have two super chats to shout out before we begin here. So we've got Fox McFox, who did a $2 super chat and said, huge support to start your day. One goal down already.
Fuck off.
Thank you very much to, well, I guess as this is our delayed member bomb stuff, I think Prophet has, well, this is part of a member bomb from earlier on, from Prophet, and his 4th one has gone out to Matthew McDermott. The thing is, I've already counted these as free spaces. When Prophet did that member bomb earlier on, the 10 member bomb, I did count it already as a free space. For two of them, so 2 free spaces were courtesy of Prophet from earlier on. But you know, notifications gone off. It's still the free spaces are still there essentially. So that keeps happening, of course. Then we've already counted it as free spaces.
Well, my goal is slightly larger than $2, Fox, but thank you for the $2 super chat and getting us going with contributions today. That is appreciated. And then we just had a £5 super chat from Kylo Ren 26. That is the equivalent of $6.72. I know, because yesterday he did one, and I did the conversion. And he says, good evening. I'm looking forward to today's Mafia stream. Yes, this stream right now after this podcast will be the continuation of Mafia the Old Country. And we're about to start talking about that because
who fucking cares?
It's weird, the reaction to the game, to put it that way, because it's weird. Some people are like, oh, the game's really good. So happy that these game developers are understanding that we want to just get back to games that have great narrative roots. And basically, you know, it doesn't matter that it's not 20, 30, 40 hours long, as long as the time you're playing the game is good. And then others are like, wow, this game is an entire ripoff. I can't believe that they charge $50 for a game that's only like 13 hours long, and it really just feels like a glorified cutscene.
But the problem with these, so like, Mafia the Old Country sounds like it's like a game, but it also sounds like it doesn't have much. What's the word I'm looking for here? Replayability, longevity. If the game restricts you, and it doesn't allow open exploration or whatever, and it fucking keeps you on the rails essentially, is there any reason to return to the game once you complete it? I don't know. It's one of those kind of questions. It was like, you know, Phil criticises all these fucking games that, you know, oh, they have all these big open worlds and they fill it with kind of filler content and side content and boring fucking menial tasks that are in between the main meat of the game. I can kind of understand that to a certain degree, that sort of, you know, that logic. But at the same time though, you want games to have replayability. You want to fucking keep going back to these games, return to these fucking games. You know? So it's just, I don't know, but the way I hear Mafia Old Country described, I've heard it described as a game that's been very well made, but obviously because it's like, it forces you essentially to kind of stay on the rails. and go one. Is that you can't really deviate from the direction you're going. This is the next thing, whether you like it or not, you know. But yeah, there's also games like was it L.A. Noire, for example. L.A. Noire. Also, L.A. Noire is a strange one because L.A. Noire is an open world game. You can just drive off and do other things, whatever. You can, there's like little fucking robbery missions, or whatever. You know, someone's robbing the bank. Fucking just drive up there and fucking deal with it. But I found that game didn't have a lot of replayability to it once you finished it once, because obviously the main story, the main premise of the story, you kind of know how the story goes. You know who's guilty. You know who the bad guys are. So when you get to those interrogation scenes next time around, you kind of know how to answer them the second time round or the third time round. You know, so it's like games like that. It's like, I don't know, it's a strange one, you know what I mean? Some games have great replayability to them, and some games actually kind of reward you for thinking outside the box, and they'll offer different alternatives to how the game pans out from doing something different compared to the first time you do it when you expect, you know. But yeah, I don't know. But when I hear about Mafia Contra, I just kind of think to myself, for as good as the game sounds, is it worth $50 to play a game that might not have great replayability to it? It's a lot of money to spend for a game you might not revisit once you play it.
So it's weird how gamers' attitudes can, like, split. Especially because back in the day, I feel like when I started on YouTube, a game like Mafia: The Old Country would have been praised widely for its level of graphic fidelity, attention to detail, production value, writing. But today, things have changed. Like
that wasn't a proper thumbs up. That was him counting.
Production
value. In case you're wondering, was that him giving a thumbs up? That's him just counting.
Been praised widely for its level of graphic fidelity.
It doesn't count when he's counting. He's using his hand to count things. Also, I think is it just me? Is it strange to start when I start counting? I don't usually fucking use my thumb as number one. When I start counting something, I usually go with my index finger for number one. And my thumb is reserved for number 5. This is a strange thing. I know it's a very strange. Some people might think it's a strange little nitpick of mine, but when I'm counting on my hand, I reserve my thumb to be 5. You know, your index finger is 1, your middle finger's 2, your ring finger's 3, your pinky is 4, and then your thumb is 5. I don't know. It's just, I mean, I don't know. It's just, to me, it's normal. That's the way it should go. I don't know. Philip says, "I used your thumb when I start counting on." You use my thumb. Who said you could use my thumb? That's my thumb. That's not your thumb. Ah, hell. Yes, Steve says, "Start on your index finger." Yeah, exactly. Use fingers and thumb last. DSP's backwards. I mean, sure, we all have different ways of counting. Of course, yeah, we all have different ways. I mean, as I said, it's just kind of strange. Like, to me, I was thinking, it's just kind of a weird way to kind of like count. I just kind of think of like number 1, you hold your index finger up, that's that, you know. It's always kind of, you know, confused me that Phil does it with his thumb first. But yeah, then again, each to their own, of course. The fact is, though, long story short, this is not a thumbs up. This is just him counting.
Attention to detail, production value, writing. But today, things have changed. Like, really, it's been the last generation of platforms, meaning consoles like Xbox One, PlayStation 4, where as the capacity to have bigger game worlds increased, every game developer decided, hey, we need to now make a game that has a giant sandbox open world that takes anywhere from a minimum of 20 to upwards of 60 hours to entirely do all the content for.
That sounds like good value for money.
The problem is when you look at those worlds and the games that have come out in the last decade, 15 years, many of them are pretty darn empty, to be honest. Oh, the world is huge, but does the content in the world really matter? I think the way they explain it is as wide as a lake, but as shallow as a puddle, right? Who cares how much content a game has or how big the world is if it's boring content that doesn't have any real meaning? You know, compare a game such as Far Cry, where there's base takeovers, there's towers to climb, there's animals to hunt. Does any of it really matter? Not really. It's just there for gameplay's sake. But then compare that to a game like Witcher 3. Witcher 3 had absolutely amazing side content. It had really meaningful entire quest lines and missions in the open world.
And there's another, there we go. Profits, this is what I'm saying. I don't know why the member bombs were so delayed. This is Profits' earlier member bomb, and that's his 5th membership gone out to Batchification. So there we go. So I don't know why memberships are kind of like, well, member bombs anyway. It looked like they weren't working before, and but now Profit gave a member bomb earlier on, and it kind of is working now, very slowly but surely. I don't understand quite the logistics behind it, but there we go. It is what it is, I guess.
Oh my dog! What's up?
And thank you very much to XJS for the $9.99 Ron super chat. It says thumb first because that's what Kit likes. Hashtag toxic. Oh, for God's sake, hold on a second, wait a second. I got a sound clip for that.
Jesus!
What I can do, yeah, thank you, you dirty bastard, for that vivid graphic mental image.
You could easily miss because you didn't know they existed, but if you find them, you end up doing multiple missions and all kinds of very fun storylines that normally you wouldn't even know were there. That's cool. Make the world feel real and vibrant and make it feel like it's worth my time to go explore it, right? But now what's happened is we get a game like Mafia: The Old Country, and this game developer, Hangar 13, I think they're at Hangar 13. It might be Hangar 15. I think it's Hangar 13 though. They wanted to go back to gaming's roots and say, listen, over a decade ago, we made games like Mafia 1 and 2, and these games focus solely on the story. Yes, there was an open world, but there wasn't much to do in it, so you wanted to focus on the story. And if you did, you got a fun 15-hour ride, right? Great writing, interesting characters, twists, turns, fun gameplay elements. That worked back then. But today, in 2025, we've had a whole decade of people being trained to expect more. If you're going to spend your hard-earned money on this game, then it better have a huge gameplay loop that takes a long time, and it's an investment now, right? You're not just buying a game for fun. This is an investment of money into which you can sink time, right? It's just so weird how things have changed. It didn't used to be like this at all with video games. It was, hey, I just bought the game, I bring it home, I pop it in, and we have a fun time with it. Great. Now, I'm sitting here measuring and documenting how long I played each aspect of the game and weighed this against this and this. Was this ratio of the game worth this amount that I paid? Like, no one cared about that shit. So I think this has happened as a natural occurrence as things became more prevalent on the internet, as people were able to share their experiences and compare them to those of others. You know, because a lot of the times back in the day, you buy a game, you don't know if it's good or not. Today, every single game has been entirely put on the internet before you can even buy it. The entire campaign of Mafia: The Old Country was on the internet to watch before the game could be purchased. So to some extent, yeah, you know, that kind of has affected things. And now it's hard to even get hyped for a game when everyone has this mentality of trying to spoil it and dumping on it so early. So anyway, my experience with Mafia: The Old Country is I played it for around 5 hours. And so far, the game is good. Earlier on, okay, in the first 2 hours or so, I would argue it was a slow build because you were just trying to get used to the game and learn its elements and things like that. And that the story was insanely prevalent. It was like, oh, I want to learn how to play. Oh, but here's a cutscene. Oh, I want to learn how to play. Oh, but here's a cutscene. And then, oh, here's the knife tutorial. But now you're not going to use that again for another hour. But the thing is, the night stream, okay, on Sunday night, when I played it, the game got much better. Basically, you are now becoming part of the mob. You're doing these missions where you have to shake down people for their protection money. You have to protect a VIP who gets kidnapped, and then you have to go after the people who kidnapped him to try to save him. You have to go after this person who has turned on your family and infiltrate him at his own home base, you know, sneaking by with stealth and taking people down, and then, you know, big combat and fighting and sneaking them off and stuff like that. So it gets better. Like, it literally gets better. Within 4 or 5 hours, you start hitting the game's stride and you understand what the game's going to be, and then it's a lot better. But here's the thing that happened. This is what I don't understand. The first stream of the game that I did on Sunday did well.
Here we go. But money. But ultimately, though, I love how this has nothing to do with the game, Phil. This has absolutely nothing to do with the game and the content of the fucking game, and has everything to do with your expectations to what you think you should be given. So I'm going to start a big counter right now.
Oh, people showed up, good attendance, good engagement, good support, everything was great. By Sunday night, attendance had dwindled massively. We had half as many people watching on Sunday night than we did during the day stream, and the support completely crumbled. We went from doing over a goal of support on the first stream to $30 on the late stream. It's the same game, it's the same gamer and streamer, and the game got better. What happened?
Well, if you're not going to blame the game, wait, it's the same streamer, so what happened? Wait, what sort of justifications are? It's the same streamer, so what the fuck happened, guys? Fuck off. Oh, he's such a greedy bitch, Jesus Christ. Hold on, I need to source thumbnails. I'm pretty bad for doing this lately, but I want to try and get thumbnails for future bingo streams. So give me a second here. I want to like rewind Phil's actual stream to try and get good thumbnail. Hold on. So I am behind live DSP by like fucking how long? Like hold on. So I'm behind live DSP by 43 minutes. Jesus Christ. So let's rewind like 43 minutes when Phil makes that bizarre little fucking face where he fucking just like shrugs confusedly. So hold on. Is it about here or something?
The support completely crumbled.
Yeah,
we went from doing over a goal of support on the first stream to $30 on the late stream.
There you go. So, this sort of expression is usually quite good for any sort of occasion, you know what I'm saying? I love how he's like, it can't really, it doesn't want, it wants us to stare at the camera for the comedic effect, but instead he just stares at himself on a monitor. The vanity of this man, he's staring at himself, making an expression, kind of like ruining the moment. No. But there you go. Does he take his eyes off the cat? No, he just looks at himself the entire time. And then he's like, he moves his head, but his eyes remain focused on himself. That's it. Jesus Christ, Phil. Oh my god. Oh, Phil's favourite hobby is watching himself. I swear to God, Phil fucking, jerks off to just his own pre-streams. Like, he would jerk himself off to himself. Because that gets him off more than anything else. Get out of the way, cat, I'm trying. Oh my God's sake. Ah, too far. Now, which frame is thumbnail best? Which frame is thumbnail best? Maybe this one here where he kind of just, seems a bit more inflated. I don't know. Yeah, we'll just go with this one. Let me get the thumbnail sorted, or the frame for the thumbnail sorted. Bear with me here, 2 seconds. Just trying to get that sorted. Hopefully this will work out well. Of course, fingers crossed. And we go here. What the fuck's this thing for? Hold on. Oh yeah, hold on. I forgot to. I need to remove that, of course. I forgot. There we go. Get that sorted. Go here and upload the image. Here we go. Ta-da! As we fucking noodle arms. Let me throw that in the member Discord, and the members can enjoy this to their heart's content. Excellent stuff indeed. Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. Anyway. Let's get back to the bingo, shall we? Good stuff indeed.
So, after talking about this, on Sunday night with the audience and everything, I think what it's come down to is I really shouldn't play a new release all day long on release day unless it really is like an insanely hyped game. Like, for example, if it was like GTA 6, right? Okay, I think people are going to want to see a lot of GTA 6. Or if it was the brand new game from FromSoft, their new IP, or the next installment of, Elden Ring, people probably would want to see that all day long. But I do feel like playing the game all day Sunday was a mistake, which sadly, I hate to say it, if I hadn't done that, I probably wouldn't have gotten a good idea of what the game was, because the game didn't pick up until the late stream. And then, okay, now we're hitting the story stride and we're understanding what it's going to be. If I didn't play it twice, I would have only been doing the intro, and I wouldn't have had a good idea to share with you, and especially that video I did on Sunday night, explaining after 5 hours my initial impressions. That video wouldn't have been pertinent. If I just reviewed the first 2 hours, it would have been like, just cutscenes, and then no one, everyone would have been like, oh, the game's just cutscenes? Well, it's not. We have to get through the intro. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. I did it the way I did. One stream did well, but the second stream tanked because people were tired of this narrative-based game all day long. But if I hadn't done that, then I wouldn't have been able to actually know what the game was. So, I don't know. I think moving forward, I might just do one stream of a new game, and then the night stream will be variety. And then the next day, if that new game did well, do a second stream of it as the day stream the next day as well. You do it like that. So I think I may try that out with the next new release that is hype and we want to get into right away, rather than just doing it for the entire day. Okay? So, today we're doing more Mafia the Old Country right after this stream ends. Well, I should say after this podcast ends. And I hope that you'll stick around for it. It was really, really fun doing it Sunday night. And now I'm being told that actually we are about to head into some major awesome parts of the game. Some great story missions and things are going to happen that really make the game more interesting. We're out of the intro as of today. And I mean, yeah, we better be, because if the game really is only between 10 to 15 hours long, and we're going to be, as of today, 7 to 8 hours in, yeah, I certainly hope that we're out of the intro today, okay?
Oh, warning, guys. Phil has received another super chat, which means he might be about to receive, there might be some brand new animation happening. Remember, Phil wants a lot of money given to him so people can enjoy the random potential feature of a new sound effect.
So, good stuff, right? Good stuff.
There's your thumbs up right there. There's a double thumbs up there. That is super duper confidence from Phil. Double thumbs up.
Thanks for chilling with me here today, and I hope that you guys enjoy the stream and, Mafia continues. Now, if Mafia really is 10 to 15 hours long, likely, within maybe another 2 to 3 streams, we will beat it. So if we play it today and we play it on Wednesday as I'm planning, we'll have to reassess after Wednesday's daytime stream. Excuse me, if we play it today, we play it Friday as well, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if we're playing it again this week. That's right. Friday is up in the air. We're going to talk about this in a minute. Friday's up in the air. I'm actually not sure what to do on Friday's stream. So, after today, let's see where we are in the game. I'm sure people have beaten it.
Well, how about you just fucking do nothing on Friday? How about you fucking just give us all a day off on Friday? How about you just get to fuck on Friday and not bother streaming? Give us all a break.
We'll be like, hey, you got, this much to do or whatever. And after we figure that out, we'll figure out if we're going to be playing it again this week or not. Because Death Stranding, after yesterday, actually picked up in a big way. And it looks like we may actually beat it this week, okay? So let's talk about that now. By the way, good morning, Chris. I know you've been saying hello. And everyone else who's here, I didn't say hello to anyone, basically. Good morning, everyone, and hope that you're all in good spirits and enjoying the show. And good stuff. There was a small tip in the super chat. Let's shout those out before we start about Death Stranding 2 here. Let's see.
Who fucking cares?
Yeah, I don't even know what this means, so I'm not even shouting it out. Seriously, I love when people have these obscure references to shit that I don't know what it is, so I'm not going to waste my time.
I'm going to count that as him ignoring a troll tip.
Burger. 5 in a row. That's concerning. Major Chang did a £5 super chat, which again is $6.72. Hey, Phil, how do you feel? How about you give us DSP Tries It? I'm going to give you DSP Tries It. We're at 6 out of 10 goals. I didn't bring up contributions yet today, but we are 6 out of 10 goals. All right. And thank you so much for that we are already that far into, this week's support. Really appreciative. DSP Tries It this week is Shake Shack's new hot dog menu. Shake Shack is going to have, well, they have right now, a spicy hot dog, a pickle hot dog, a chili cheese dog, a few different things, okay? So I like to try all of those. And when we hit 10 goals, it's DSP Tries It Shake Shack. It can be as soon as we hit 10 goals. If we hit a goal a stream, then that means we would be doing it Thursday, because it would mean, 2 goals today, 2 goals tomorrow. And if we hit that on the late stream tomorrow night, then it would be Thursday that we do it after the first gameplay segment, okay? I guess we'll see. All right, but if we hit more goals than that, then possibly what we can do is do it earlier. But we'll have to see how quickly we can hit our goals. All right, there's the new Sonic animation, by the way, which I hope you guys like. Now, the weird thing is,
cares?
I said it as randomized, and I hope it is randomized. I hope it's not every single time someone does like a $2 contribution, because that's not what I wanted. I'll have to double check. We'll have to see today. Notice when a Sonic animation plays, or if we see a Chun-Li animation, I want to note the amounts that they happen. It might be that the thing is not working right, and it's going to play every time there's a contribution lower than $5. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. So anyway, yeah, so DSP Tries It will happen this week. DSP Tries It Shake Shack. When we hit 10 goals, it will be a formal, official, real episode this time, not the half messed up episode from Friday that didn't really work because I was drinking and everything. This will be a real DSP Tries It, formal episode, formal recording, uploaded and everything, which will be good. It's been almost 2 weeks since we did one, right? So let's get it going. Let's hit some goals today. Let's get some support flowing for the stream, and let's hit 10 goals, and let's do Shake Shack. I am down for Shake Shack. All right, let's go. Okay, continuing on, we've got, oh wait, I didn't add that, right? It was $6.72. I didn't add that to the total, did I? Or did I? We did 6, 7, 8. I guess I did. I did add that because we're at 16, right? So I must have added it already. Okay, and then we've got Sonic My Shadow, who did a $10 super chat. That's now the biggest super chat of the day, so let's get that up on the leaderboard. Thank you, Sonic My Shadow. And Sonic says, funny I said Sonic says, but it wasn't the Sonic animation. There's a mission that requires you to drive across the map. You're able to explore for collectibles if you want. After that, you're locked into the story for the next few hours. I think we already did it. I think I know what mission you're talking about, and I think that's one that we did already. The other night, on Sunday night. The problem was, I wanted to finish one more mission before the night ended. So I was like, oh, let's just drive right to our destination. We actually skipped the drive because it says skip drive. So let's just skip it and do that mission so that we're done for tonight. But I think you're right. I think now I may be stuck doing story missions for several hours because we skipped that opportunity to actually explore the map. So it is what it is, okay? Thank you, Sonic My Shadow. And then Fox McFox did another $2 super chat and said, sorry that you were late and my break is over. No fun for me. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I was setting up these new animations and trying to understand how the randomized thing works because I don't know if it does. If Fox has done two $2 super chats this morning, and each time they did it, it played the Sonic animation. But it doesn't say that the animation is supposed to play every time there's a super chat lower than a certain amount. It says it's supposed to be a random chance. So I don't know if it's working or not. It's the first time I've ever tried to do something like this. I guess we'll have to see. Because the thing is, I want the Chun-Li animation to work, and I also have that set to a random chance. So I don't know if it's going to or not. I guess we'll see again as people super chat today. We may see Chun-Li, we may see Sonic, or we may just see the standard animations. We'll find out. Okay. So Death Stranding 2 yesterday did about a 3.5-hour gameplay chunk of Death Stranding 2 on the first stream. I skipped the podcast in order to do this, and it went really well. Basically, we made like really, really big progress yesterday with Death Stranding 2. We had a boss fight. We had multiple big fights. One against the bandits, brigands, whatever they're called, and another against the ghost mechs. Big ghost mech fight. We had to fight against like big gauntlets of them who were hunting me down and trying to kill me. Big story elements and developments. So basically where we are in the story is the home stretch. We've almost now put the entirety of Australia on the chiral network. There's only like 1 to 2 more bases to do to finish putting Australia on the chiral network. I'm assuming what's going to happen is we'll do that, and then there's going to be a bunch of story, because that's what Kojima typically does, is he post-loads his games with endgame story. So likely we'll do like 1 to 2 more missions where we're doing a delivery and the chiral network stuff, and then boom, all of a sudden there'll be a million cutscenes. We'll probably get sucked to the other side again, have to do
interesting number
fights against this Nirvana guy, and then we'll probably have the finale of the game. So what I'm being told from people who've already beaten the game is that as long as I stay on pace and I don't do any more side content, I will likely beat Death Stranding 2 within 4 to 5 hours of gameplay. A typical day's stream for me is around 2.5 to 3 hours of gameplay, depending. So if reports are true, that means if I were to do 2 more streams of Death Stranding 2, we'll beat it. Well, guess what? We have 1 stream of Death Stranding 2 scheduled for tomorrow, okay? And once again, I'm going to skip the podcast so we can get maximum levels of progress, okay? If tomorrow we're so close to the end that we can beat it in 1 more stream, then I think that we should just beat it this week, okay? I think we should wrap it up, and that way it's done with. We can move on to the other summertime projects that we've wanted to focus on, including finally starting up Suikoden 2 HD, which has been, promised to you guys ever since, what was it, March, April, when we played Suikoden 1, and it did really well. So we could start that project, and then we can see what else we want to do. Right now, sadly this week, I'm juggling so much that I'm barely getting to play certain games. Like Donkey Kong Bonanza, I'm only going to play that once this week, okay? GTA 4 with mods, I'm only going to play that once this week. So,
But you made that happen because you create your own schedule. You're acting like somebody else if I can decided that that's what's going to happen. You create your schedules. You decide what games you play on what days.
Barely making any progress at all in the stuff that I'm doing. Oh, by the way, I screwed up. Oh, man. I screwed up the schedule. So I'm just noticing this now. So, okay, my streams that I have scheduled for today, I have Minecraft later tonight, which was my intention. And then I have tomorrow night, I was going to do Donkey Kong Bonanza. But on the schedule that I put out last night, I think I said that I'm doing Donkey Kong Bonanza tonight and Minecraft on Wednesday. I hope people aren't confused because I definitely screwed that up. Crap. I think I should fix that now. I'm just noticing this now.
Oh, I mean, you hope people aren't confused, Phil. You're confusing yourself here. You don't even fucking know what you're fucking doing and you create a fucking schedule. Brian says, can you take a quick look at Phil's YouTube chat and raw Phil's overlay? I mean, you mean Phil's YouTube chat? I mean, this is also Phil's YouTube chat right here. This is raw Phil's overlay. What's been said here? How many animations are there in total? Have I found them all? Does my tip count? Or did was upgrade to a super supporter? Is DSP actually that annoyed by streamer or is it an act? Did you know only 10% of Australia is inhabitable? Only 10%, that's crazy. Yeah, I bet it's Slan likes to see all the snakes and spiders probably they get hard. I mean, there you go. Oh, I see, you're looking at timestamps. Yeah, right. Jesus. Yeah, his chat is basically fucking. I mean, it's just. It might be quicker to communicate by smoke signal than it is by communicating in Phil's stream chat.
Live during the show that I goofed this up, and now people are definitely going to be confused about tonight's late stream. No, tonight we are doing Minecraft, and then I wanted to do Donkey Kong tomorrow. Shoot. I really hope we don't get the wrong crowd showing up and people upset. Let me see what I can do here. If I do this.
Who fucking
yeah, I
cares?
screwed it up. Look at that. Okay, let's fix this.
That's boring. You're boring, everybody. Quit boring, everyone.
Make the bad man stop.
Okay.
Shut
now the schedule
fuck up.
Is correct. Let me do it. Here we go. I'm gonna repost it.
Fuck you,
Fuck you, Phil.
Yeah. All right. Let me repost this now live. Apologies, everyone, but hey, it's the nature of being live is that you notice stuff. You're like, oh shit, I gotta fix that. I screwed that up. So let me do this.
If only you had the foresight to fucking check beforehand.
Fuck, what is this nonsense? Burger.
I forgot Phil burped on. I mean, it burped like, 10 minutes ago practically, but I forgot it was on the bingo square, so I just ticked it off there, in case you're wondering.
There. So all I'm doing is I'm posting up an addendum here. It's an updated schedule with the things correct. Tonight is Minecraft. Tomorrow night is Donkey Kong Bonanza. And I will post this, and here we go, pin. There's a stupid, now there's a stupid thing popped up here. It's so dumb. I just want to do it fast, and I can't. Now there's just something wrong with it. I don't care. I'm just ignoring it. I don't give a shit that that's on there. I don't. The cursor was in the wrong spot, and a dumb box popped up or something stupid. I don't give a fuck. Just trying to do this fast, and it's got to be a pain in my ass. Well, too bad. Okay.
Maybe you should do your job better than Phil.
All right, so the schedule is fixed. All right, so
who fucking cares?
Today is Mafia of the Old Country. Right now, after we finish the podcast, and tonight is our weekly Minecraft chill stream. And I hope that people will show up for the Minecraft chill stream tonight. I hope so, because I hope they didn't think that it was Donkey Kong Bonanza because the schedule had a typo. That's really gonna suck. Tomorrow will be Death Stranding 2, no podcast, all right? And we'll try to get as far as we possibly can. Hopefully this will set us up for the finale of the game later in the week.
So no podcast tomorrow, which means tomorrow's bingo is going to be a 3x3 bingo card once again. Can we get a free space if we change the M to a PM? Yeah, definitely. Without, yes, absolutely. Because that is something that Phil is never going to fix. In case you're wondering what Brian's talking about here, Phil has a thing on his schedule tweets, you know, on the graphics, where he never updates this properly. That's not Phil's of it. He's, oh my god, this is a dumb box popped up. So this is Phil rushing his adjustment. Phil, how am I meant to know what's happening today? You've got this thing in the fucking way, Phil. This adjust table row thing in the way. What's the old what continues? The old continues, and it's a level podcast. Oh yeah, in case you wonder what Brian's talking about, so Phil Barnell, for whatever reason, does not include PM here. He just has M. Yeah, and he is never, ever going to fix that, I think. Never will he fix that. Oh, God almighty, such a lazy fucking sack of shit. But that's Phil Barnell for you, you know. Minimum effort for maximum fucking reward. Holy fucking shit. Well, the microphone is sadly in the way a wee bit, you know, but yeah, I've got to fucking steal this. I must steal this immediately. I'll say that. Not much you can do about that. There we go, I'm fucking throwing that in the memo Discord. There we go. Fucking have fun with that, fuckers. God, God's sake. What causes that? I guess we need to fucking find out what causes this particular face. Oh, wrong. Stream Eagle. This one. Here we go. Here we go.
And then tomorrow night, Wednesday night, we will do Donkey Kong Bonanza, which, for what I'm to understand, we have to finish up the Snake World. We just got the Snake ability, which is double jump and feed or slow time. Okay. And then after the Snake World, there's 4 quick worlds. There's no more abilities to learn. So there's 4 mini quicker worlds, and then it's the finale of the game. And you might be saying, well, what happened to Bonanza? Why aren't you playing it anymore? It tanked last week. Like, no exaggeration. Last week, people just stopped caring about this game and basically said it was boring as hell. It's too much of the same, which I agree with. I actually feel like Nintendo did not really try with this game. They just tried to do a collectathon that doesn't really have much heart to it because there's nothing different about each level. They're all exactly the same. So, I want to finish it. I put so much time into it. I'm going to do it tomorrow night as a late stream and see how far we get, okay? Then on Thursday, the daytime stream will be the Battlefield 6 beta, which I told you guys I would play this week. It's an open beta, and I'm curious on PC how it's going to play. I'm going to charge my wireless headphones for it so I can actually have some surround sound and see how it goes, okay? And then if that goes well, I'll do a second stream of it on Sunday. So we'll see. I'm going to be on mouse and keyboard over here. I haven't done any mouse and keyboard gameplay in a long time, so it'll be fun to try to play an FPS on mouse and keyboard and see how it goes. Go from there, okay? So, Thursday night is the return of GTA 4 with mods. And the thing is, GTA 4 with mods actually did really, really well when we played it last week. So I know that some people are upset that we're only playing it once this week. If I hadn't done the double stream of Mafia on Sunday, it was my intention to play GTA 4 twice this week. But things aligned as they did. Next week, we should be doing GTA 4 at least twice on the late streams to get good advancement, okay? And then on Friday, I'm going to try to finish Death Stranding on the first stream. And if we do, good. I would be stoked to finish Death Stranding and say, we finally, got this one done. See the ending. Everyone says that the story and the ending is amazing. That you've got to see this game through because the ending is so insanely good. You're really missing out if you don't finish it. So I can't wait to see how it ends on Friday. And then Friday night, on the correct night, will be Friday Night Fights, Capcom versus SNK 2.
Who fucking
Which obviously
cares?
I'm excited for. Hopefully the usual crowd who would come by on a Friday night will be there, and people will come by and support as I continue to rank up in Capcom versus SNK 2. However, I want to play it on PC, but last time when I tried to play it, there was no one playing it. So I had to switch to PS5, and then I did get some comp, but it sucks that the game seems to already be dead on PC. Like, damn, really? All these years I didn't have a gaming PC, I was told the best way to play fighting games is on PC. Now that I have the gaming PC, people tell me, oh, the best way to play is on PS5.
And then you choose an extremely old fighting game that most FGC players are not paying attention to. Well, you picked the wrong game. Just because you got a gaming PC doesn't... feels like, well, I'm playing a game that barely anyone else is playing, I'm getting no competition. I wonder what happened to that. Exactly, Fightcade. Phil ignores Fightcade. For no practical reason whatsoever. The reasons that Phil gives is nonsensical. Phil claims, oh, you can, if you play on Fightcade, people can get your IP. Phil, Fightcade is a peer-to-peer fighting game. So is Street Fighter 6. So is your fucking current fighting game that you're playing right now. They're all peer-to-peer fighting games, which means anyone can fucking use tools to fucking get your IP when you're playing these fighting games, whether it's Fightcade or fucking Marvel vs. Capcom or whatever the fuck it's called, yeah, or Street Fighter 6. It's just, let's put it this way, he's avoiding Fightcade because Phil would get his shit pushed in. There's a whole lot of players on there who've been playing a lot longer and a lot better than him. It's where all the pros go. He would not be able to hang with them, and his ego would not fucking allow that to happen to him. So if I can make up some bizarre arbitrary excuse and fucking pretend that that's the reason he's not doing it instead.
Funny how that works. I finally get the thing everyone says I need it, and I get it, and now people are like, oh, it's, you know, you're doing the wrong thing. Okay. Anyway. All right, so that's what's going on. Next week, we very well could be starting up a new playthrough. We could be shifting and shuffling the schedule around a bit so that we can have more games on day streams versus night streams. I guess we'll see, okay? And keep in mind, there are no real high-profile new games until the end of the month. You actually take a look at the game release schedule for this month, okay? Gears of War Reloaded comes out August 26th. Metal Gear Delta Snake Eater comes out August 28th. And on Friday, August 29th is my next marathon, the Mega Man Marathon 3. Because you guys showed up, engaged, and supported the Mega Man Marathon 2 so well, we're going to do a second marathon this month on Friday, August 29th, and it's going to be me beating Mega Man 6, which we're halfway through. I've beaten the 8 Robot Masters, but now we have to go through all the boss stages and all of that. And then it's going to be Mega Man 7 and 8, which I've never played. Not once have I done Mega Man 7 or 8 at all. So I don't even know what they're like. I know that I think 7 was an SNES game, and 8 was a PS1 game, so they're going to look dramatically different than the other Mega Man games that we played up to this point, you know? So it should be...
It's funny because I was watching Evil AJ play Mega Man earlier on, and there was like... So Phil was having a lot of problems with a particular boss in that game. The one that's a drill, some sort of drill boss, I don't know what they're fucking called, whatever. Evil AJ beating that guy first time. Like, Phil had all his excuses, the guy won't let you, you know, stop, the guy keeps shooting you, whatever, you just can't get him. Evil AJ smoked that boss first fucking time. You know? So maybe just, you know, is it possible that Phil Burnell is just bad at retro gaming?
Fun. It's gonna, I mean, this last marathon was really fun. To actually be playing these games genuinely for the first time would be even more fun. So, that's coming up at the end of the month, just so everybody knows. So we're gonna have roughly 2 weeks, through this week and then next week, where we can focus on just finishing up the stuff we're working on. We can finish Death Stranding 2, we can play on, focus, and finish Mafia. We can do a couple streams of the Battlefield 6 beta. We got a good amount of time to do that stuff before we start saying, okay, what's new? And then what's new? Probably Suikoden 2. Maybe we'll do something else. Maybe we'll shuffle the streams around so we can finish up GTA 4. We'll see. Okay? Cool. 1 second, everyone. I heard a noise in the house. I want to go check and see what it was. And then I'll be right back.
Roll. The detractors have come to fucking screw up his shit.
Okay? By the way, thanks for the early support. Appreciate that.
Just a little big. Right before he checks as a random mysterious noise. Thank you for your support. Hold on. Right, so Phil's about to fuck off, okay? I feel like that's a good opportunity to try and get another potential picture free stream.
Same game. It's the same gamer and streamer.
Shut up. Yeah, dick. So we're behind Phil.
And the game got better, I think, on release day, unless it really is like an insanely high game.
We need, hold on. Hold on. So, right before he fucks off, it's right about here. Where he makes the bizarre fucking faces.
Paid for that week on Thursday. So any contributions I get from Kick during this stream...
Never mind that. Okay, so that's too far. So he pauses the recording here.
Genuinely for the first time would be even more fun. So that's coming up at the end of the month, just so everybody knows. So we're going to have roughly 2 weeks. We can finish this before we start saying, okay, what's new? Okay? Cool.
Right, here we go.
1 second, everyone. I heard a noise in the house. I want to go check and see what it was. And I'll be right back.
And then he fucking does a strange fucking thing where he's like, he stares at himself again because he fucking just loves looking at himself. And then the eyes shift. It's such an alien-like fucking thing. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on with his fucking eyes? Oh my god, it's like... Oh for God's sake. I mean, I don't know which one to go for here. What should we fucking go for? Don't look at us, Phil, you creepy bastard. Don't fucking look at us. Why does it look like his fucking left eye's trying to escape the eye socket? Okay, we're using this one. We're fucking using this one to get a fucking potential thumbnail. This one is it. For fuck's sake. I think this is the last time. This is the last time I'm actually hunting thumbnails. Unless something really good happens, this is the last one I'll look for. Let me throw this in the memo Discord as well. Good stuff indeed. There we go. Of course, Diablo Lord of Darkness has been having fun with some of these pictures. We'll go through them at the end of bingo. We'll get through the bingo first, and then I'll go through the memo Discord stuff at the very end.
Yeah, can we keep that momentum going? How about we get our first tip of the day?
Oh, momentum! Phil said momentum, fantastic. Hold on.
Burger.
There we go. Oh, just reminding me, so yeah. Oh, it's fantastic. Phil's about to disappear for a second just to explore the noise or whatever. You know, but yeah, we're still getting things ticked off at a good rate.
By the way, thanks for the early support. Appreciate that. Can we keep that momentum going? How about we get our first tip of the day? How about we get our first sub of the day? By the way, this stream right now is the last stream that will count for this week for Kick for me. It's really weird how they do it. They end it middle of the day on Tuesday, and then you get paid for that week on Thursday. So any contributions I get from Kick during this stream, I get paid for soon. So please support the stream. Let's get our first sub of the day. Let's get our first tip of the day, and let's get some more super chats to see if we can get these random animations. Nope. The Chun-Li animation. All right, I'll be right back.
And I guess we can just fast forward until the bad man returns. I don't know how long he's away for, but I guess we have plenty of speed up juice. Hold on, I'm just pressing the right button. Maybe easy if I just scroll. No, see, nah, he's back soon. He's back soon.
I have no idea. I looked all around. I didn't see nothing. I did a full walk.
Well, he done a full exploration of the Snort Fort. Hold on. So we got up to live DSP. And sorry, not live DSP, but DSP, we're still behind DSP by about 45 minutes or something. But there we go. Oh, he had a noise in his home, and he looked high and low to try and discover the source of it. It's probably that fucking cop again, Officer Whitney, pointing and laughing at all the security cameras.
I have no idea. I looked all around. I didn't see nothing. I did a full walk around my house. I didn't see nothing. So I don't know. I was hearing a noise. Like, I don't even know what it was. And, I don't know. Killdozer, the next DSP Tries It is this week when we hit 10 goals. The reason that there's no formally recorded or uploaded DSP Tries It is because the one that I planned for Friday didn't work out at all. Number one, I drank too much, too fast. So I was already feeling kind of like drunk and sick. And I was like, oh, there's no way that I'm going to be able to do a sufficient DSP Tries It. And then I ordered the food, and the food wasn't even good. The food was actually very inferior to what I wanted, so I barely ate. And I was like, oh, so basically, I did do it. It is live if you want to see it. Watch the archive marathon. I left the whole stream live on this channel, and it's like in the middle is when I did it. But it just didn't work out. Like, it was like, damn, this is not good. I don't even want to like break this out as a video and do a separate upload and make it a formal part of the series because it would be like shitty, you know? It happens. I'm debating whether or not I should even try to do DSP Tries It during marathons moving forward. Since that one tanked and didn't work out, I was like, oh shit. So maybe I should just do it as normal stuff on normal streams and just leave this stuff. Because previously when I did a marathon, I usually wouldn't do DSP Tries It. I would do what I call feasting with the king, which is I still order food, but it's not like a formal taste test. It's just kind of like messing around, and then it's not a big deal if the food's not good or I'm not feeling it. But this one was on me that I told everyone this is going to be a DSP Tries It, and I did it, and it just sucked. I was like, oh shit. Drunk Side Phil Special Edition. Interesting. Wait a minute. That could be.
That was the fakest laugh ever.
Be something. Phil drunk tastes food. Everyone understands that Phil's inebriated when he does the video. That way it doesn't spoil the integrity of DSP Tries It. I mean, you may have something there, Killdozer. All right. Good idea. Everyone take a mental note of what Killdozer suggested. Because that could be something that works out.
Sorry, Phil, I can't quite hear you properly. Your fucking tongue is so far up Killdozer's arse that it's hard to understand the words that you're saying right now. You fucking kiss up sycophant.
For the long term. Drunk Side Phil Tries It or something, right? There you go.
In case you're wondering who Killdozer is, there's some sort of bigger content creator on Kick. Also, Mr. Beast has recently joined Kick, and Kick went and made a special welcome to, you know, Kick Mr. Beast tweet. Didn't see Kick go away to welcome Phil Bonnell to the platform.
Drunk foods? Yeah, I wonder what kind of drunk foods they would have out here besides like really crappy shit at like Jack in the Box. You know, Jack in the Box does that. They have like munchies meals and shit, but I've had one. I had that T-Pain meal. That was disgusting. Like, no exaggeration. That was so nasty, greasy, and fucking gross. So, but again, I guess when you're drunk, that's the kind of stuff that you eat. You're like, oh, that's good, right? All right, fair enough. All right.
Oh, you would know, Phil. You're always drunk.
Let's continue here now. Start recording again. All right, so we know the schedule for the week. We know what's going on with DSP Tries It. I've pretty much covered the topics that I wanted to cover for today. I will now turn it over to the audience. All right. What would you guys like to talk about today? Tag me in the chat. Here, I'll type into the kick chat so you guys can do it. Tag me in the chat. Let's see what you guys want to chat about. We'll do a little bit of Q&A. And when we get bored or run out of topics, then we'll jump back into Mafia the Old Country. Yes, Itzy, I played Helldivers 2. Was it early last year? I think it was right at the beginning of last year. I played it for about a month, on and off. I really enjoyed it. I played it enough to get to the meta, which was the certain kind of airstrikes, using the certain weapons or whatever. And basically what ended up happening was, I got to a point where there wasn't really anything notable unlocking anymore. Like, I got into a gameplay loop where it was just play for the sake of playing rather than play for the sake of better unlocks. And it got really boring. And I feel like that's when, if you have a group of friends or a team who you're always playing with, then...
Did you just say friends?
Burger.
You said friends, Phil.
Fuck you and your friends.
Well, it's no wonder you don't have any friends.
We are 2 away from a full house, I think, as things stand. We've got 6 free spaces so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, sorry. We are 3 away. We are 3 away from a full house as things stand. I can't count, but I can now. So we're 3 to go. And we have won bingo.
The game feels better because you feel like you're working towards a greater goal. But being that I was playing it solo, I just didn't feel like there was any reason to continue playing. I was just really bored with it. And again, that has nothing to do with the game being bad. The game has a huge audience, and that audience is just not me. Like, for me, I'll play it to a certain level, and then I'm kind of like, all right, I've kind of seen everything that I want to see or whatever. While others might play it more and get more out of it, but I won't, you know? So there you go. Cydia says, why did you have to go check for noise in your house? Couldn't you just check all the monitors linked to the 56 cameras on your property? Exactly. Since apparently it's well documented that I have a crazy network of security cameras throughout my entire home, and apparently all outside the home too, right?
Well, you have said repeatedly in the past that you have security cameras on your property. This is not a detractor meme. This is entirely something that you have told people of your own volition.
That totally wasn't completely fabricated by a bunch of lying fuckwits, right? Why didn't I just go check that instead, and then I didn't even have to get up? I have that all hotwired. I'm screwing my shirt up worse. I have all that hotwired right here to my phone. I just open an app and it has 17 cameras on hand at any given moment, right?
Burger.
There you go.
I'm counting that as phone stuff, by the way. I'm counting that as phone stuff.
Okay, let's see what people want to talk about today that's not ridiculously stupid.
I'm a dunce. I'm a dunce. Yes, that's true.
Oh my dog! What's up?
Thank you to Sonny for the $2 Australian super chat. It says 2. Yeah, Jesus. That reminds me of we watched Electro's brand new Familia DSP the other day before bingo started, and I was like, the episode starts with Phil watching Elmo and counting along with Elmo, you know, and Tim feeling like super proud of himself because he managed to fucking, you know, count to like 10. This is like I think Electro was portraying him as a 13-year-old at a time in that episode, because Phil went to school. Shit's like, Phil can count to 10, hooray, Elmo taught him well, he's a 13-year-old boy. Good stuff indeed. Well, thank you, Sonny, for the chat, very kind. And also, the reference, of course, to is that because memberships are a bit flawed right now, I have got super chats instead. For 5 super chats that are $2 and over, we get a free space for every 5 we get. So there we go.
Does it bother me the inside of my collared shirt shows? No. No, I just wanted my shirt to be even, and it's not. As you can see, like, one side's like higher than the other, and I'm trying to make it even, it's not working.
Oh, you are hyper fixated on that, aren't you, Phil?
Oh my dog! What's up?
Thank you to Sonny for the $2 super chat. It says free. I'm beginning to sense a pattern here. I'm just saying, I'm sensing a little pattern here. Well, thank you very much for the super chat, Sonny. Very kind of you.
Unless I ironed my shirts are never going to be perfect, and I'm not going to sit around for hours ironing my fucking...
Well, Phil, you don't fucking do that sort of thing. That's Kat's job. Isn't that why he fucking, you know, hooked up in the first place? Liana left you, and all of a sudden, it was up to you to try and fucking do the chores, like fucking cook food and do laundry. And you can't fucking do that because you don't know how to fucking do it. You got an adrenaline rush the last time you fucking done your own laundry. So lo and behold, Kat replaced Liana to fucking do all the chores that the house needs fucking having done. You know, she's doing the cooking, she's doing the cleaning, she's doing the fucking ironing, she's doing the fucking laundry, and all that crap. Like, Phil Burnell is going to fucking do that sort of shit. You know, that could be a fucking great DSP tries it. Phil Burnell tries to fucking iron a fucking shirt.
Shirts. So, they're just never going to be... I'm not that serious about it. It's never going to be that good, you know? Would I say I care about my real fans on an emotional level? What I would say is, for those who are, you know, longtime fans and viewers...
Oh, that should be good. That should be good.
And supporters, I care about your well-being, and I like hanging out with you. As I explained last night on the American Truck Sim stream, I don't try to present my streams as anything that they're not. Like, I want people to know that I can't be close personal friends with my viewers. It's never going to happen. I'm one person. You guys are many, hundreds on a stream, thousands overall watching what I do. There's no way that I can all be friends. You understand?
Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
But we could definitely have this relationship where we hang out, we have fun, we have great conversation.
And you take all the money and you thank them for giving you money, and then you ask for more. Yeah, Phil, they pay you money and you pretend to be your friend.
Oh my dog! What's up?
Thank you very much to Sonny for the $2 showing super chat. It says 4. Yes. Oh my god, yeah, oh my god. You know, it's just funny. It's funny, Sonny, because I actually had a feeling that was going to be. I don't know why I thought. I mean, I think I might be one of those psychics that just fucking sees the shit coming. You know, I don't know how I thought that was going to happen. You know, I mean, but there we go. Thank you, Sonny, for that super chat. Very kind indeed. One more super chat. It's like $2 or over. We get a free space as well. And we're very close to winning bingo. As things stand, we have 6 free spaces, of course, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, we're 2 to go. We're 2 away from a full house as things stand.
You add to the experience of what we're doing on the streams on a daily basis. You know, I really appreciate that. So yeah, I do. Like, right now, if I were to hear that someone who is a longtime viewer and fan is in a really bad way and having a bad time, I actually would make me feel awful, and I would feel bad for that person and hope that things get better for them.
Well, if they told you that they need like $2,000 for an operation, would you give it to them?
I don't just see my fans and viewers as wallets that open every time I turn on a stream, and then as soon as I'm off stream, I don't care. That's not the case at all, you know?
Are you fucking day?
Ha! Killdozer says, I'm thinking about opening a 401k soon, but I'm worried I'll want to use the money before I retire. Any advice? Yeah, don't worry, because if you have a 401k and you put money in it, you'll never want to take it out, because if you do, the government destroys you and takes an insane large chunk of it. I know, because ages ago I had one. When I had my office job, there was a 401k and I put money into it for a few years there. And then later on, I was strapped for cash and I needed the money desperately.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
Oh my dog! What's up?
Thank you very much to Sonny for gifting for a $5 Australia super chat. It says 5. There we go. Excellent stuff indeed. Thank you for that, Sonny. Very kind indeed. Of course, that means that we have unlocked another free space. Courtesy of the super chat stuff, good stuff indeed. And yeah, it means we're 1 away from completing bingo. One more square ticked off, and we are victorious in bingo. I don't think I'll have another goal. You know, that's like 2 goals done. I don't think I'll do another one. I think we'll just kind of just you know, leave the goals there for now. You know what I mean? So there we go. It feels kind of pointless trying to start another one when we're 1 away from a full house. It feels daft trying to start it again. So yeah, I'm sure. Also, Phil needs to like sit, you know, snort or take a sip 3 more times, or we get 75 likes, whatever. You know, I feel confident Phil's going to get us to a full house in some way. You know. Without, you know, us trying to force it ourselves.
And I said, oh, I have all this money sitting in the 401k, I'll take it out.
Let me rewind this for full context. I want to get the full context for this.
Retire. Any advice? Yeah, don't worry, because if you have a 401k and you put money in it, you'll never want to take it out, because if you do, the government destroys you and takes an insane large chunk of it. I know, because ages ago I had one. When I had my office job, there was a 401k and I put money into it for a few years there. And then later on, I was strapped for cash and I needed the money desperately. And I said, oh, I have all this money sitting in the 401k, I'll take it out. I'm not kidding. They take like more than a third. I don't think it was half, but it was like more than a third. So, you know, you think you have this giant nest egg and then you need it desperately because something happens. The government's like, ha ha ha, we take all your money. Like, what the fuck? Like, what is that? So anyway, I live in the United States, Killdozer. I think you do too, right? That's a thing here. I don't know how it is in other countries, but they just destroyed me. And the thing is, I absolutely needed the money. Like, I needed it. I had no money. So I had to take it all out, and I just lost a ton of cash. What is a 401k? A 401k is a retirement investment account where you invest money into it every year, and that money gets invested in other things, stocks, bonds, and things, to try to make you money. And the idea is that this money will grow in value every year, so when you retire, you have a nest egg that you can draw upon so you don't have to work anymore when you're old. That's the idea behind a 401k. It doesn't exactly work that way all the time, but that's the idea behind it.
So what you're telling everyone, Phil, is that you have no retirement nest egg and you have nothing to fall back on. You have no pension plan. You have absolutely nothing here. Wow. It's just incredible. Like, way to admit you're kind of fucked and you're stuck doing this forever, Phil. That's the thing. It's funny because I was looking at this the other day. Obviously, I have a full-time job. I'm a full-time employed. You know, I work for a bank as well. You know what I mean? So it's like it's a good pension plan. Obviously, I put money into it every single month. You know, part of my wages garnished going towards my pension plan or whatever. But I know, but when I retire, when I get to retirement age, that's going to be a decent nest egg for me. Like when I retire, and the other thing as well, you can actually take up to when you retire from your work in the UK anyway, you can like take out a lump sum, tax-free, up to 25%. So I am, if things go according to plan as things stand anyway, for this kind of thing, when I retire, this is like fucking years away. I mean, this is literally like 30 plus years away. Like, you know, so I'm a long way away from that, you know what I mean? But current state of things anyway, I can basically take out £100,000, you know, tax free. So I can get 100 grand without the government touching a penny of it, and still also get like at least a couple of grand, like a month as a pension as well. You know, at least that's under the current, you know. But also between now and then, wages will probably change, potentially rise, and who knows? Who knows what the value of things will be in 30 years fucking time? You know what I mean? Aye. So yeah, that's what I'm saying though. It's like you've got to fucking make sure you're prepared for like things like, you know, if your place of employment offers a pension kind of plan, it's definitely smart to get on board with it, you know what I mean? Because it's good to have something in place. And because part of it gets taken off your wage, you don't miss it, essentially, you know what I mean? Because it's automatically done for you anyway. You know, it's like a tax, essentially. It's fucking going towards you at the ultimate end of the day.
Do I recommend other kinds of investment accounts? I don't know, Killdozer, but I'll say this. The one thing that people keep trying to get me into is Bitcoin, and I'm sorry, I just don't want to touch Bitcoin. I feel like Bitcoin, and just any kind of cryptocurrency, I feel like it's too volatile of a market, and the fact that for so long it's been increasing in value just makes me feel like at some point we're headed for a disaster, like crypto's going to crash, and then all these people who put everything they have in it are going to lose everything.
Doesn't crypto kind of crash all the time, depending on what sort of one it is? Like, it goes up and down all the goddamn time, doesn't it? It is extremely volatile, depending on a variety of different circumstances. So it's not consistently ever been going up and up and up. I don't think there's a single cryptocurrency out there which has consistently been going up and up and up and up and up some more. Now, of course, Donald Trump certainly helped boost the whole cryptocurrency thing by leaning towards it being a favourable thing for him to potentially, like, you know, Donald Trump was very positive about cryptocurrency, which also helped to increase its value, essentially. You know, so that's, but other than that though, you never know. It is a very volatile currency to dabble in, you know.
So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just paranoid, maybe I'm just stupid and ignorant, but for like, I'm not even kidding.
Phil, you're all of those things. You are paranoid, you are stupid, you are ignorant.
Like 7-8 years, people have been saying, put money into crypto. You know, that's going to save you, that's going to kick you, you're going to be doing amazing. But I just don't see how it could possibly keep going that way. Like, everything crashes eventually. So, I don't know. But yeah, I'm not Mr. Investment here. I'm certainly not doing a finance stream, so I can help you there.
Well, you tell people to invest in you all the time. Apparently, you're worth $150 worth of investment per stream.
Am I going to play Mega Man 11? Asked Mildcat. Well, the thing is, Mildcat, I just did Mega Man 4, 5, and half of 6. When I play Mega Man Marathon 3 at the end of August, my plan is to finish 6 and then maybe 7 and 8. Now, there's still 9, 10, and 11, right? I've played 11. Wasn't that a new one? I played it. But what I'm thinking is maybe if this next marathon does well, somewhere down the line, we will do another Mega Man marathon where we'll finish up all the classic Mega Mans. But that won't be any...
You really have no ideas for anything creative or fun, do you, Phil? Your idea to do another marathon is doing more of the same shit.
Anytime soon. That will give it a... After doing 2 Mega Man marathons in 1 month, there's no way we're going to do another one right away. We'd definitely give it some time. So... Do I have a PS4 hooked up right now? No, I do not. Why not accept crypto as contributions? There's 2 major reasons I don't accept crypto. Reason number 1, it is volatile. Crypto goes up and down, up and down. Some crypto has completely crashed, while others are worth a lot. But the thing is, by accepting the crypto, you're exposing yourself to that volatility. The dollar isn't going to tank and be worth nothing. So if people tip me in dollars, I'm good. If you tip me in cryptocurrency, it could be worth nothing in a week. That's number 1.
That is potentially true for a lot of global currencies as well, depending on what happens in that part of the world. Case in point, Argentina, Venezuela, You know, a lot of these currencies kind of go south pretty quick sometimes, depending on the kind of political state of affairs.
Number two, the way it was explained to me, and I don't know, I could be wrong, is that the way that cryptocurrency is getting taxed in the United States is also volatile. And so you could make a good amount and pay one amount of tax, but then it changes with other things. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the amount you get, the type you get, if there's like thresholds where tax kicks in higher or lower. I don't know. I'm not a tax guy, right? That's what a tax attorney is for. But from what I'm to understand, it's not easy to figure out. And by me doing cryptocurrency, it would just open me up to more risk than I want to be opened up to. Okay, I've already had many tax issues in my past, not paying the taxes properly, not calculating it properly because my...
And that's all self-inflicted. Don't you dare fucking blame us.
My old tax attorney was an idiot who didn't...
So, in case people aren't aware, Phil's old tax attorney was... I believe the narrative was he was like a family friend as well as a dean of the local college or something. Or high school. You know, he was also a registered tax, attorney of sorts. You know, he's a registered tax guy. And so he was like a family friend or whatever, and apparently they gave Phil the advice that when he moved to Washington, that he could still keep using him for his taxes. And then when the tax man saw all the shit after he moved, Phil's like, he went and told Phil, yeah, you better get yourself someone new. I don't know how to do this. So Phil apparently was done over by this family friend tax guy person. Agent Double Soul says was not his professor uncle. Well, that's the thing, I don't know, like Phil explained it as some sort of like family friend who's a dean or something, a dean of some school or professor or college or something, you know. I don't know if it was a family member. If it was, I don't think Phil said it was family. That's a new one to me, but then again, I'm not... My recollection of it is a bit fuzzy, to be fair, as well, so yeah. Dreamburst saying memberships are broken. Well, my gifted memberships, YouTube's memberships in general are fine. I think I've hit the threshold for getting gifted memberships on my channel given out, if that makes sense. Because I don't think there's enough people there to receive them, if that makes sense. I mean, we have a lot of members right now, and simply put, I think YouTube just kind of breaks every time it tries to give out new memberships. So yeah, so for me anyway right now, gifted memberships are a little bit busted, and yeah, obviously it doesn't affect me too much because obviously, I mean, my main concern of course is people making sure they get their money back for any failed gifted memberships, and I've seen evidence of that. People have shown me evidence over the last couple of days that they have received refunds from YouTube for that very thing. So at least YouTube are fucking doing their job and making sure that people are not getting screwed over by failed member bombs. And of course, if there's no refunds going out, it means they fucking went through after all, whatever. Yeah, but there you go. Sonny says they got 1 of 8 refunds, so there we go. That's better than none, I guess.
Do it right, okay? And I just don't want to open myself up to more risk. You know what I mean? Like right now, just think about this. Right now, I get YouTube contributions via super chats and memberships. On Kick, I have subs. I have a Patreon where you can pledge, and I have PayPal tips. I have so many ways. Oh, by the way, I have a merchandise shop, which I never talk about, but I do have a merchandise store, darksidephil.shop, where you can buy Darksidephil merch. So there's a ridiculous amount of ways, if you like my content, that you can support it. Do I really need another? Do I need crypto on top of all of that? I don't think so. And all the things that I'm receiving right now as support, I know how to qualify it as income. I know how it's taxed. I know how it all works. You see? So I don't really want to mess with it. And maybe it's a big mistake. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm being too conservative and I'm being too nervous about stuff. But I'd much rather be conservative and safe and have what I have than make a big mistake and then end up with nothing. You know what I'm saying? To accept all these contributions via cryptocurrency, pay a bunch of taxes on them, and then it crashes and it's worth nothing. That could happen. So I think a lot of people don't realize. Like, let's say I just said right now I'm going to accept crypto, and all of a sudden I get like $10,000 in cryptocurrency, and I don't spend it. I just leave it there. Then I have to pay taxes on $10,000, but then the crypto crashes, and then it ends up only being worth $1,000. So then I end up paying more tax than what I actually have value in the crypto. Do you see what I'm saying? There's big risk there, and I know that in general it just keeps going up, but I feel like the bubble's going to burst, and then everyone's going to get screwed, and I don't want to be one of the people that get screwed. Yes, I literally pay taxes on everything. I literally pay taxes on every contribution that I receive. I pay tax on everything. I know because some people are like, but isn't that a donation or isn't that a tip? So that, no, I pay taxes on every super chat, every membership, every sub, every tip, every Patreon pledge, every shirt purchased. I pay taxes on every piece of income I have. Then no one can say, you didn't pay the taxes. No, I did. So lay off.
Well, how about you pretending that your WWE Champions mobile game gacha gaming expenditure was passed off as a business expense when it wasn't actually, Phil? Phil Burnell has an addiction to gacha gaming. Not just WWE Champions, but other fucking things as well, other gacha mobile games. Phil likes to blow a lot of money on these gacha mobile games. Phil has a history of addiction and massive whaling and spending on these games, at least for 10 plus years now of him being addicted to these sort of games. And when it came time for him to go for his bankruptcy, he tried to pass off all this fucking spending in these mobile games as a business expense, even though they had nothing to do with his business whatsoever. You are not paying your taxes properly, Phil. In fact, you're committing fraud.
So anyway, that's why I don't mess with crypto right now. I don't want to open Pandora's box for myself. Lord knows I've had enough problems going on.
The problems of usually of your own creation, Phil.
That would be interesting. So someone is proposing, should someone set up a service or content creators to set up retirement accounts? Because, for example, when I was just talking about that 401k that I had, that was through my former employer. They said, hey, would you like us to automatically take a certain amount of money out of your paycheck every month, and this company will invest it in a 401k for you? I didn't do the work, they did. And then I had this investment, basically.
Well, there is absolutely nothing stopping you from going after your own pension plan. There are a lot of personal and private pension providers out there. Why does Phil want YouTube to fucking set up a pension plan? For gaming content? What the fuck is wrong with this idiot? just shop around. Pick someone, use them.
I mean, the thing is, it exists. It exists right now. You just have to do it yourself. Like, I would have to find a company who does 401ks and say, hey, I will send you a certain amount of money every month. You invest it, and then let me know how you're doing with the investments, and this is my 401k or whatever. You don't have to do it through an employer. The advantage of doing it through an employer is a lot of employers will match contributions or give a percent. Like, with my former employer, if I invested, I don't know, let's say $2,000 a year into this 401k, they matched a certain percentage of it. So they were basically in.
No, that counts. Actually, we get a full house. Percentage, same fucking thing. With one.
5 in a row. That's concerning.
And yeah, before we even consider, so yeah, that's what I'm saying. My employer is very good for that. My employer is fantastic for that sort of thing when they kind of match contributions. So I think it's 7. So I put in 7% of my wage. I know I've done bingo, but let me just bore you for a second with fucking pension details and percentages. Fuck it, I don't care. For one bingo, hey. But yeah, so I put in like 7% of my salary towards my own pension plan, and my employer matches that and doubles it. They actually fucking do like 13%. So combined is 20%. My 7% plus their 13%, which means that like 20% goes towards the pension pot every single like month for me. So obviously, as it goes on month by month, you know what I mean, if I'm working like 30 odd plus years, whatever, you know what I mean, it's yeah. I'm obviously, I've maxed out now, but I'm thinking obviously long term, you know, if we're thinking towards the future and hot shit, you know, like a boring bastard. But there we go. But yeah, we have won bingo, guys. Van Davidosi, hooray, indeed. We're victorious in bingo, so fucking hallelujah. And that, of course, we had $10 to bingo prize fund for winning today. Excellent stuff. There we go, the bingo prize fund goes up by 10 buckaroos. Okay, we're not going to waste too much time. First of all, of course, let's go to live DSP and see how the bad man's doing live.
Investing. He wants to go back and work there. No, he's aspiring to go to Empire Bay. He wants to go to the United States.
So Phil, of course, is playing the old country here on this stream, and he'll hope for a lot of money. His top super chat is just over $10. His top tip's only $1.50. And he's only on 52 buckaroos. Oh, that's not very good at all, Phil. You need $100 more in order to have a good day, otherwise you're going to complain and whine and moan and bitch again. But there you fucking go. Anyway, I think we're done with the bad man. I think we're done with the bad man for now. And before we go away, of course, I'm going to check Member Discord. Member Discord has a bunch of robust things in it indeed. First of all, of course, so we started off, obviously, I went and got a screenshot. This is me. So I went and got a shot here earlier on of Phil looking all confused. Diablo or Darkness decided to have some fun with this particular image and add their own horrifying twisted takes on it. Well, first of all, I'll say this, this is horrifying thing. Then he went somewhat normal with this sort of AI generated thing, and then, you know, sad clown boy is sad thing. And then he makes Phil even sadder with this sort of look. And then he makes him very sad by having him crying. And then not only is he crying, but he's possessed by demons. So yeah, we had this is all Diablo, Lord of Darkness, sharing my creativity. So here we go, good stuff indeed. A whole bunch to unpack there with all that. Some more things, of course. Next up, of course, we had Sunny. Well, to be fair, I mean, we had Phil. I found his picture on Twitter, but the microphone was in the way, so Sunny tried to give a quick patch job, and the microphone was in the way. But then we had this little face as well, this little sad face as well from Phil. Do I have anything else? And then Sunny has created a GIF. Wow. This is the last thing. Phil Burnell shaking his head and getting slapped in the face with what I think is a trout. I'm not entirely sure what sort of fish that is, but all I know is that Phil got smacked in the face with something fishy. So there we go. Never thought I'd be saying that sort of fucking sentence, but there you fucking go. Of course, that is also based off of Phil doing that. This basically was a precursor to him getting smacked in the face with a fucking fish. So there we go. Good stuff indeed. Anyway, I think we're going to wrap things up there, guys. Thank you very much for joining me for some robust DSP Bingo antics today, and of course it's nice to get back to winning ways, nice to get a full house once again under our belts. Remember, tomorrow's bingo is going to be a 3x3 bingo card because Phil is not doing a proper podcast tomorrow. It's going to be just a normal, it's going to be a shorter stream apparently because Phil is not doing a podcast. It's not a podcast anyway, but you get what I mean. And he wants to prioritise gameplay and get through the gameplay as much as possible and all that. But yeah, I'm going to wrap things up there, and I'm going to end how I always end my notorious PIG contributions made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations. I think Broside Phil is still live, so I'll redirect you to the Broside Phil stream if indeed he is still live, so there we go. But yeah, I'm going to wrap things up there, guys, so until tomorrow, I do hope you all enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, and I'll catch you all later. Goodbye.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, "I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower?" When you're showered in money, when you go outside and all of a sudden greenbacks start falling from the sky and you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory.
and it's gone, just gone like that.